Good evening, everyone. Today's About a Boom and About a Bing is about Haley Beck. And I would like to say I don't know too much about this case. I'm reading the title now. It says all of teacher Haley Beck's 4,000 grooming texts, sugar baby deals, and sick love letter. Okay, a couple things. Um, this is gonna be a very, I guess, talkative video, and also the only thing I saw about this, the only thing I saw in terms of Haley Beck was that she's related to, I believe the TikToker's name is Noah Beck. I believe. That's not saying like Noah Beck is involved in all this stuff, but from what I know and from my knowledge is that she's related to Noah Beck. I don't know who Noah Beck is. I know only thing I know is like he's like a TikToker. I'm guessing. However, that's besides the point. This video is going to be interesting because one, I would like to see the discourse and conversation about this because from first glance, from what I'm reading, is that this is like a how do I say it? Like this is usually the I don't know who the victim is. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna come off accusatory or anything off the rip. I see 4,000 grooming texts. I see a lady teacher. My brain is going to, it's probably a boy student, but I don't know for sure. I'm going to, do the information, listen to the information, and go off from there. But this is going to be a pretty talkative video because if what my hypothesis is at the moment, I do want to talk about like the reverse of this grooming stuff in terms of someone coming from, not gonna say like a culture, but like coming from like back in the day, there was a time where sometimes young boys literally go throughout life as a young boy and there are grown women literally saying like weird things that will be looked past about because they're ladies. But if the roles were reversed, it's gonna be like, oh, this is a creepy ass dude. However, back in those same days, those creepy ass dudes were looked over as well. So I just want to speak about the ladies who say things like, "Oh, he's so cute. I can't wait for him to be my boyfriend when he grows up." Like stuff like that, like those little type of comments and just like stuff like that surrounding this story. And I would like to have a good amount of discourse in the comments. I would like to come at this with a level head and also not come off a certain type of way about this because y'all know how I feel about, gender stuff, certain type of things, all this other stuff. So I want to approach this with kid gloves and also probably add some more insight to it because this is also not something that is fully talked about because this gets pushed to the side. And sometimes I think it's due to like the current climate we are in now. So I would say let's about a boom and about a bing. This is a long intro. The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by the host of this show are for authentic, honest, and entertaining purposes. Unless you don't think I'm entertaining. I repeat, this is my opinion. I am not telling you how or what to think or feel, but I do encourage you to speak your mind and have conversations. Just don't do too much. Also, this video is brought to you by Sebastine's Patreon, where you can access over 1,000 videos of exclusive content. If you want to subscribe and support this amazing community, click the link in the description below, and thank you for everything. Enjoy the video.
Bada bing, bada boom.
There is nothing quite devastating like a high school love triangle. It is the synopsis of many a book talk books. Two people fighting over one love interest. It's probably what the quote, "all's fair in love and war," is inspired by.
What?
Especially when two people are fighting over the popular quarterback to the high school football team.
Hey man, listen, don't fight over nobody, bro. Don't fight over nobody. You ain't need to fight over nobody.
are trilogy-long sagas of real-life instances where people have confessed to the craziest high school love triangles years down the line.
That's
One
crazy.
netizen, OP, the original poster, she gets a call from her old high school crush. They're so much older now. In fact, this old high school crush is about to get married to his high school girlfriend, but he's calling her.
Why?
And he's drunk. He's confessing his love to her instead, and he's saying,
What?
things like, I know you never want me because back in high school you rejected me. And this is all right before his wedding.
That's
but what's
ass.
crazier is the original poster, OP, is like, what are you talking about? I never rejected you in high school. Back in high school, when they were all friends, this guy had asked his now soon-to-be wife to tell the original poster, hey, I have a crush on her. Can you tell her and let her know?
I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes I'd say
And
I did that before, and me being a novice as a young man, I realized that that's not good. Especially if the person that you're trying to ask their friend that you like them and they might like you, that's not good. I still feel the slap that was across my face. I ain't gonna lie.
this girl, the soon-to-be wife, decides, I'm actually not going to tell her that. And I'm just going to tell you that she rejected you, and I'm going to swoop in and start dating you instead.
That's ass. What? That's so conniving. What?
And now she is going to be the one walking down the aisle with him. Which, I mean, I don't know how someone would even feel if they find out the truth years down the line.
Okay, I feel like a messy baka. I ain't gonna hold you. Just off the rip. What, bro? That's so ass. What?
I don't know if that changes him wanting to get married or not. Do you still get married? All
No.
over this like high school love triangle?
Wait, but hold on. Wait, no, that's crazy. So how did this happen? Like, you still want the girl that didn't tell the friend? You still want them. You about to get married. Like, what? Why are we talking to you had so much time to talk to the person you wanted to talk to. Obviously, the wing woman that you wanted didn't want the wing woman. She wanted you. So what the hell is you been doing for the last whatever years? You gonna ask somebody to wing woman you, and the wing woman tells you that they rejected you, and you just gonna be like, oh, well, she rejected me, so let me just date a friend. Huh? What?
People do crazy stuff when their frontal lobe is not fully developed.
That is true.
And in high school, everything means something. Like who you sit next to in the cafeteria, whose hoodie you're wearing, whose locker you're standing by between class.
Or whose number you're wearing during a football game. I've seen many of damn near fights of some people wearing a football player's jersey, and if somebody else got the football player's jersey. I didn't even know they made that many alternates of jerseys in high school. High school is crazy.
Hate high school. Dating becomes very territorial in high school. People will decorate their crushes' lockers. They'll wear the jersey numbers to the high school football games. They'll get the little candy canes delivered to them during Christmas.
That's cute.
But even if a high school relationship withstands all of this drama, it almost always ends up with everyone separating because of college, which is why letters like these are written to the quarterback of the high school football team. I'm glad to have you as someone who I think will be in my life for a while. And this is a real note. This is very pertinent. Even if we don't talk all the time or even at all when you're in college, I feel like our little bond will always be there. So just hit me when you want to go get wasted at a bar together, and I'll send you my wedding invite one day. I know you're nostalgic AF, so I hope you look back at our time as a good one. And no, this isn't like me saying goodbye, but like I know things are going to be different. Like, bro, you were the first person who got me to smoke weed.
This is the teacher? This is Haley Beck writing this? Like, bro, you're the first person that got me to smoke weed. Let the high school quarterback influence you to smoke some gas?
Weed, you're always going to have that title, so we're locked in for real.
For smoking weed for the first time? Somebody sparked you up for the first time, and that's your... Okay. Actually, wait, what?
And maybe one day we'll be able to go to the aquarium. I'm here whenever, even...
Why does it say 12? What is that? Why does it say 12?
So you never say it back. I love you, and I wish you all the best. Always love, HB. This letter
HB.
never gets delivered to the high school crush.
Oh.
Instead, it's found crumpled up in a kitchen trash can during a search warrant for Haley Beck's apartment. Because this letter is not between two high school lovebirds who are in love and they're students that are separating for college. This letter is written by a 27-year-old teacher at Centennial High School who is caught grooming her student.
Oh my gosh. I do find it very interesting. Actually, no, I don't find it interesting. This is nasty. I really wonder what people are going to say about this. Because, you know, double standards is a thing. And also just I'd say public conversation is different. When the roles are reversed, it's very, 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 very different. But I don't know the type of, you know what I'm saying? I haven't read the comments of this video. So I don't know what's the sentiment. Because honestly,
I would like to think.
Honestly, like, I'd just be an observer because I don't know. It's so different. It's like so different.
Today's sponsors who have made it possible for Rotten Mango to support the Joyful Heart Foundation, who are working to transform society's response to SADVCA and support survivors healing with resources like education, advocacy, and policy change. This episode's partnerships have also made it possible to support Rotten Mango's growing team, and we'd also like to thank you guys for your continued support. As always, full show notes are available at RottenMangoPodcast.com. Today's case involves mentions of grooming, predators in particular positions of power, harassment, CSA. Please take care while watching today's episode. Take a break. Put this on pause if you need to. We will see you back in the next episode.
Okay.
This episode is also currently ongoing, and so any information will be up to the date of publishing. And because there's no verdicts as of now and not even charges, all allegations are speculative, currently being investigated, and or only consist of publicly available information online. We did FOIA request this case, so we did receive like a 200-page police document. I will say, because there are no charges, there will be times where I'm quoting things from this police document, or I'm quoting other people talking about and referencing this police document. There's lots of labels of what this crime was. Some people are using the words like relationship and sex, but I just want to make it abundantly clear, this is none of those things.
I understand that. Also, there is, okay, from what I've seen, and we're getting real today. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, want to have like a real conversation about the psyche of society at this point in time right now. Things may change, but when, say, like, you're scrolling on X and you see, say, a story like this, there's a difference when the perpetrator is a woman and the victim is a young man or little boy under the age versus the perpetrator being a grown man and a younger woman. I have taken notice to the verbiage being used in headlines. There's a different type of verbiage that is used in headlines, and I would say from what I see. And I do find it interesting because I understand that we're in a world where the men are the predators. You know what I'm saying? And when there's talks about the other side, it doesn't seem like it's being taken seriously as it should. But that also fuels my thought when, you know, in other videos I say for the men, it's not our time yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not our time to get the public support in full, because at the same time, women don't get the public support that they need to as well. So it's like when we're speaking about something like this, it's all a part of like communication. And, you know, people say, oh, communication is this, and that. But a big thing about communication is comprehension. And also the way a message is told, and also the messenger, the way the message is told, the medium it's from, that can also fuel the reaction to it. And also, it also factors in timing. It factors in maybe statistics. It factors in all these types of things. But one thing that I do find interesting, and I've gained knowledge about that. It's the public. Does the public care? Like, does the public actually care? I wonder if Stephanie's gonna have this in this video, because from what I've seen, if the roles are reversed from, you know, the man being the perpetrator and the woman is the perpetrator of said crime or said thing, the public outcry, it supports the lady. The majority, it supports the lady. And I'm not trying to like say, like, you know, speak out against like the injustice of men, like I'm not that type I'm not a red pill motherfucker. So I will hope that nobody even sees me as that. I'm trying to just think from a standpoint of just observing. It's very interesting how people speak about stuff when the man is the victim. And sometimes it feels like a case study needs to happen, but not in a sense of like trying to make the world a better place. Like I would say right now, the case study of men being victims is one of like the stepping stones to make sense of this if this becomes like a big thing. And I don't think it's going to become a big thing comparatively to how women are the victims. And also that also seems like a factor and a catalyst as to why boys being victims is not seen as important. Like I'm just saying, like important. I hope I'm making sense in that. I will probably like fix what I'm saying, but this is definitely a sensitive case because it's you know what I'm saying. So I'm just trying to talk today, bro.
In my opinion, I think this is just a sex crime.
Yes, it is.
I don't think that this is sex or a relationship. I think that
I mean, yes, of course.
this is grooming. I think this is predatory behavior. And
But I understand that. I get that. But also there's like this thing where, you know, when somebody says like, oh, and who set this system up? Or somebody says like, oh, this is happening. There are little boys doing this. But there are some people who be like, who set this system up? As if like it's like a gotcha moment, but it's not time for snarky comments because these are children. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we live in a place or we live in a society or internet society that empathy on a broader scale is finite. And it's especially finite due to what the person or the commenter who's hearing this cares about. So there's going to be a large scale of people leaning to one side, and there's so many factors that may make that make sense. And I think as this time now, like shout out to Stephanie for saying like, this is a sex crime. This is bad. But like, what about the other people that think this is not as bad? You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
I think it's a crime. I think it's sexual assault. But because there are lots of people who reference it like that, likely because the victim is a male student, it's not me advocating for that. I'm just saying. So with that being said, let's get into it.
Okay.
Every high school has some sort of open secret. Married teachers are having affairs with each other. One netizen writes, quote, 2 PE teachers, one male and one female, they would vanish at the same time every day. She got pregnant. Her husband was also a teacher at our school, and like the whole building pretended we didn't know that that's not his baby.
I also find it crazy how people just don't grow up. People don't grow up. Like people be teachers and then they do like the same shit that high school people do. People do not grow up, bro. It don't matter if you go into like a workforce or like a whatever type of job. People don't grow up. Some of that shit manifests in quote unquote professional states too.
Which is a pretty common theme. Another netizen writes, 2 teachers had an affair and the woman's husband came to the school during lunch and beat the shit out of the other teacher in the hallway. The kids were filming it, but both teachers kept their jobs.
Amen. Hey, don't fuck with married women, bro. Like, don't. Like, honestly, like, bro, don't fuck with a married woman, because when you do that, you are liable to get your ass beat, because you should already know that she's married. There's a ring or whatever. Like, the fuck, like, there are certain indicators that will tell you that she's probably married.
And then it becomes one of those things that nobody really talks about openly anymore. Married parents of students are having affairs with other married parents, perhaps with a married teacher.
Yeah.
One person stated that their high school had this weird open secret. The football coach was having a very public affair with one of the players' moms. She was at every practice, every game, always in his office. His wife was also a teacher at the school, and like the whole town knew. Another student says, our principal was sleeping with at least 2 different students' moms.
Oh my gosh.
He would schedule parent conferences during school hours. Like, his secretary knew, his whole office staff knew, everyone knew. He eventually got promoted to district administrator.
Bro, shit like that just be happening, yo. Like, it's just, what can you do? Like, honestly, like, what can you do? Snitch on them and then they lose their jobs, and then, like, yeah. It's not professional, obviously. People don't grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open secrets about how seriously everyone seems to take high school sports is a huge thing. Like, one principal who would change her own son's grades so that he could play football. This is a common thing. One faculty member writes, the star quarterback had a GPA of 0.8. 0.8. Literally failing every class. But every quarter, his grades would magically adjust just enough so that he could play football. Every teacher knew it. Nobody was allowed to talk about it.
That's because there is a lot of money in high school sports, because when you go from high school sports to college, not only does it and I'm speaking like vaguely, it obviously depends on certain type of things, but if you are the prodigal son of the school in sports, there are people that will try to get like the status, the things that need to be done, like the baseline things need to be done, so you can, i.e., bring more money back to the school and also make the school look good. This is one of the reasons why the education system is so fucked up. It's because people don't actually care about education. What they care about is what I think is that institutions and schools care about having the school open rather than having the students that come out of said school ready to actually be like grown, functioning adults. But all that shit will go out the window if you got yourself like a Patrick Mahomes in high school. They will make anything happen for this Patrick Mahomes because that means money comes to the school. Like, that's literally like this is one of the things. This is like politics in sports in general starts in high school. That shit starts in high school. You think all these kids going to college, in college, bro, now they have NIL deals and everything. Like, it's like a cycle. It's a cycle. These people don't give a fuck about these kids and them being smart because they think they could be like a meal ticket and they can get people out of the situation that they do. And it's just like, fuck, bro. Like, what can you do? Like, literally, what can you do? Of course you can snitch on them, but then unless you don't care, you're changing the trajectory of this person's life that could literally possibly bring more money to the school for good books, good teachers, good things, but just off the simple fact that they're changing grades so this person can go to a certain type of college. Like, it's just it's politics. It's politics, bro.
Or another, best player in our school basketball team got caught breaking into cars and robbing them, was kicked off the basketball team after they found his car full of all the valuables that were stolen. Half into the season, we're at the bottom. So the coach and the principal work out a deal and they get him back in. He ends up playing. We still lost though. But Centennial...
Hey, well, shit, man. Y'all still lost. Kick that nigga off the fucking thing. Imagine how many Chiefs players, the Chiefs, how many of them niggas do bad stuff and they keep them on the thing? How much, like, it just goes, it's just fucked.
High school in Arizona, their open secret would start making national news.
Oh my gosh.
High School Centennial High School.
Centennial High School. Centennial High School in Peoria.
Centennial High School is one of the entire state's premier athletic schools, particularly in football. So their team has won at least 8 state championships.
Damn.
Centennial Coyotes are the 5A state champions!
Oh, shit.
It's a heavy football school, meaning Friday nights, you drive by Centennial High School, it's going to be packed. Everybody's talking about what they're wearing to the game, who's playing, who's that. Everyone knows all the players, their numbers, all the players and their parents.
I'm telling you, bro, that shit is crazy, bro. I went to Bishop McNamara High School in PG County, and our rivals were DeMatha. I ain't trying to go back to high school stuff, but that is, yo.
And the rest of the weekend, if you go to the best spots in town, like if you go Saturday brunch, you're going to run into people rehashing Friday night's game while eating brunch. And it's just high school football. Like it's that serious. And I grew up in the South, so like I get high school football. And there is something much darker going on in Centennial High School than just football. It starts off more like an open secret. It's like a rumor. Nobody has proof, but it just feels weird. One student says, there were just things about the school that just kept getting swept under the rug.
What you
Look,
mean?
I don't know the specifics, but everyone's heard the rumors. Like there was this male Spanish teacher that was very friendly and flirty with the girl students last year. I don't know if anything happened, but he was fired before anything came up.
As he should be. Oh, this just reminds me of watching like Pretty Little Liars. It's still fuck Ezra. Fuck that nigga, bro. That shit's nasty. Man, fuck Ezra. Nasty ass boy.
And this is a real witness, a real student saying this to the police. Then there's the girls' soccer coach and psychology teacher. She's just kind of weird
Psychology
with her students, specifically her male students. She seems like one of those teachers that hates her female students but loves her male students.
What?
Which is concerning, right?
What?
But she would just do this thing where she would constantly call out members of the football team, kids, students, out of their classes and then bring them to her classroom and like just hang out with them. I don't know, it was weird. Or she's constantly doing favors for them. She would let them leave the school campus to get food, which is generally not allowed.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie to you. Shout out to my teachers that let me leave campus to get food, cause our food was so ass. Thank the Lord we lived by some good food places. Shout out to them teachers. Those teachers weren't like on this type of timing, but they was just cool teachers. Or from what I know, they was cool teachers.
At some point, the other students and even some of their older, already graduated siblings are confused. Their parents are getting word of this. After hearing all of these rumors, one of the students decides to just ask one of the football players.
Oh, shit.
Like, you're always around the psychology teacher. Like, is that teacher being weird with you? Is something weird? Because I heard something weird's going on. He responds really cryptically. You'd have to ask the teacher that. Like, I'm not saying anything. What does that mean? Like, as in there's something to say, but you don't want to say it? But there is one student whose name keeps getting brought up in all of this with rumors about the psychology teacher. He's a football player, and we're going to be referring to him as Alex for the rest of the episode. That is not his real name. Anyone who is under 18 or even 18 but is a student, I'm not using any of their real names.
Okay, good. I'm not going to lie. I feel like a chatty patty talking about this, but this is something that needs to be like spoken about.
Alex, just a fake name, like I said. But yeah, there's just like a rumor between Alex, like he's always around the psychology teacher. If you see her in the hallway, she always wants to be near him. I don't know. It's just sometimes he'll be in her classroom when it's not even his class. And that's not to say that Alex is strange. The teacher is the only strange one here in this scenario, but it's odd to the point that people called her out on it. And she states that the only reason her and Alex are so close is because they're like siblings. He's like her brother.
Oh,
Which
hell
I feel
no.
like when you hear people calling someone, oh, that's like my brother, there's only 3 ways this goes, okay? A, they are literally siblings or cousins or related by DNA in some way, shape, or form, which does not apply to this teacher and student. B, they grew up together and experienced a lot of hardship or something that they can
Man, what's C? We know what C is.
relate to, which again doesn't apply to this teacher and student dynamic. And C, when someone is trying to deflect and distract from the fact that they definitely do not see this individual as their brother.
Exactly.
I feel like those are the only 3 ways
It's
it goes.
only, you are correct, Stephanie. It's only 3, bro.
That's it. But not only that, they would bicker like siblings. And on top of that, the teacher would just bring this male student up in every single conversation, even if it's not about him, has nothing to do with him.
Oh,
she
hell,
would somehow
what the fuck?
manage a way to weasel his name into this conversation with other students. It's just weird. Like, are you obsessed with Alex or something? But the teacher is on like the younger side of the other teacher. She's 27.
Okay.
And so while it's highly inappropriate, unprofessional, and should stop, maybe there's nothing more to it. Like maybe that's why nobody reported it.
I have a feeling I know why nobody reported it, because nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives that much of a fuck. Because at the end of the day, you got a culture that probably bigs up or will probably congratulate a male student being able to get on that type of timing with the teacher, and that's wrong. But like there's no culture of shame when it comes to that. Usually, and I guess in a generic sense, there's a culture of, oh, you the man, you over there get to do this with the teacher, you the man, you did this, that, the third, da 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 da. And guys will go through their lives thinking they the man, and then boom, and at 35 or 40, and the whole culture of society changes, and they'll be like, nah, yeah, I was over there smashing teachers and everything, da 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 da. They ask you, what was your age? Oh, no, I was like 14, 15. How old was your teacher? Oh, she was like 27. Nigga, you were a victim. And then that's when it clicks, or it maybe will not click depending on the type of person they are. But there isn't a culture that promotes trying to protect young boys in a state, like in a certain type of situation like this. And I'm not blaming nothing but shit. You can just call it the patriarchy, bro. And that's just like this overhead thing in terms of this. There are freak ass people, no matter the gender. I think the discussion always changes, though, depending on who's the perpetrator and who's the victim. And there are a bunch of factors that can say, there's a bunch of factors that can be dependent on how this solution happens, or literally there's like, some people will probably say like, oh, she didn't hurt nobody, the guy liked it anyway. Like, there are things like that will be said, and it's just it's weird. It's really weird, but I don't think society has caught up to like fully grasp how weird it is, because this shit is happening in 2026. You know what I'm saying? Imagine what happened in 2006. Shit, they tried to normalize that shit in Pretty Little Liars. I didn't even know they did that until I saw that shit, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, huh? No, that's not good.
But another recent graduate of Centennial says, I don't know. I overheard something really, really strange. Very strange conversation. The psychology teacher and the football student, they're in the hallway, kind of hush-hush whispering, arguing. And as the former student is walking back, they heard the student say something to the teacher along the effect of, I have a girlfriend. Why are you so worried about what I do? Which is just weird. Why would a teacher be so concerned about that?
You know why. You know why.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the video rumor. A couple of students started telling their friends, who told their friends, who told their friends, who told their friends, and like maybe some of them told their parents. But the rumor is there's a video of one of the teachers giving a student oral in her classroom.
Whoa. Yo. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Oh, hell no. Hell no. No. And they just letting this shit fly. What?
Jess is a woman on a mission. This is, I mean, it's not an open secret if it's a literal crime. Jess goes straight onto the website submissions page and she starts typing up her tip. She enters
Who's
her
Jess?
name.
A student?
Jess is the mother of a student.
Oh, shit.
Former student, graduated student. She starts typing up her name, address, phone number, email in the tip submissions part. And Jess writes that her daughter used to attend the school and was on the soccer team. And her soccer coach,
I'm sorry, tip to what website?
Oh, the police website.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
A lot of
And
these people
the daughter's soccer coach, who also happens to be the psychology teacher, has just always had this unprofessional air to her. The way she handles herself around the students, it just never felt right with Jess. She remembers distinctly how she spoke with the soccer coach, at least on one occasion, about, quote, how I felt like her relationship was inappropriate with all the kids. However, I know that last year's team has a lot of info about a boy that she had apparently an inappropriate student-teacher relationship with. He would meet her during non-school hours, and they were definitely Snapchatting.
Cause the whole kill about this is like they will fire a teacher who, like the thing about what schools care about is so weird. It's so weird. Like some schools, or say like I'm just speaking like out into the ether, like some schools will let something like this happen, right? They will just let this fly or let this become a secret for a long time. But say that a woman, actually, you know what, specifically, because I've seen this happen before. They'll say a woman who is, curvy, having like, they have like, I guess, slim fitting clothes or just like regular clothes that fit them. And there will be parents literally saying like, oh, what she's wearing is inappropriate. And it's not even inappropriate. She's just curvy. And it will be like the parents, mostly the dads, or maybe the wives looking at the dads doing this, trying to do something about it instead of like trying to tell your husband to stop gawking at the fucking teacher. But it will be like the school will do more reprimanding to the teacher who is wearing regular clothes. It just so happens she's curvy, so obviously her curves are going to show and be accentuated. They'll do something about that teacher, but not the teacher who's giving oral in the fucking classroom. They'll let that shit fly. Like, what are we talking about? And this is the psychology teacher. The psychology. I didn't even know they had psychology class in high school, bro. My high school did not have psychology class. Or if they did, that shit was hidden from my little thing where you got to pick your classes and shit. That was hidden from my shit. Like, yo, like, I don't know what it is, but like schools literally just turn a blind eye to certain things. And it just so happens that that blind eye is turned to the most heinous shit. Like, what are you talking about? There's people over here saying, yo, your teacher doing well shit to your students, bro. I heard that there's a video. Like, go to the teacher's office and see what's going on. Like, what is going on? And also over top of like, he's like a brother to me. Girl, what? No, bro. It's weird if the roles reverse. It's weird now. If he was your brother, he will be your brother, bro. That is your student, Slim. Teach him the books. Teach him the curriculum. The curriculum. Y'all can be brother and sister in terms of studying. Teach him the curriculum, not start fondling his ass. Like, no.
In the portion that reads suspect name, she types in Haley Beck and sends it to the Peoria Police Department, where Detective Kraber, a detective in the Heat Division, so this is Human Exploitation and Trafficking Unit,
I didn't even know that was a
picks
thing.
up the tip. He immediately calls Jess back for more information. And she tells the detective, look, she's never been appropriate with her kids. She's never acted like some sort of authority figure, and she cares more about being a peer to the students than anything. She
And also,
gossips with the students, and she worries about what they think about her, and it's just...
Okay. One thing. There is I think it's a fine line. It's a very, very fine line, because there are teachers in certain type of schools that have the culture of being chummy. However, there is a fine line. There's a very, very fine line. There are teachers that are able to be appropriate and be chummy, like joke back, say like, oh, we finna do this. You know what? We not everybody. If everybody does they worksheet, we won't have, for the rest of the class, we gonna watch a movie. Like, there's stuff like that. Or they'll try and like engage the students in the curriculum and be fun with it. Like, bring up something like, you know how like a pastor in church will bring up like the last NFL game and then tie it into the sermon, like stuff like that. Like, there's ways to be friendly and still be appropriate. But when things get serious, it's like, hold on, I'm not your friend. It's just the way that I'm teaching. I'm still your teacher. Sit the fuck down. And you know what I'm saying? But there's a fine line. Like once you get to the point of like, and also in terms of like gossip, it's a fine line with that too. But once you get to the point where it's like what the students think of her, it's like, hold on. Like that's like kind of toting the line. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a fine line. And I think teachers should stray away from that line as much as possible. As much as possible. Because there's no place for all that, bro. Because things can go south quick as what we're seeing. And I'm like far removed from school, but I'm seeing like, I don't know what the fuck is going on in schools now, but shit is getting crazy.
It's like, she wants to be our kids' friends. Apparently, Haley even texted Jess's daughter that Jess's daughter is being bratty. Like, you're being bratty.
What?
A teacher texting a student that the student is being bratty, which is weirdly unprofessional, and Jess describes it as being manipulative. But the reason for the tip is not because Haley Beck is one of those odd teachers that needs to get a grip to life and come to terms with the fact that these high school students don't see you as cool or their friend, all disrespect intended. Jess would not have filed a tip for that. It's because of Alex, okay? She's saying there's this kid, this football player named Alex, and he just comes to all the girls' soccer practices, even when he has no reason to be on campus, and it doesn't seem like he's doing it to be around the girls of the soccer team. He would attend all of these lock-ins, and students have started noticing that sometimes Haley and Alex would bicker, and some of the students were saying, oh, it's because they're like siblings. That's what Miss Beck said, right?
Nigga, what?
But it feels like they're arguing like they're in some sort of relationship.
Oh, hell
So
no.
she's submitting because she's worried about Alex, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then
Shout out to this mom, bro. Shit.
and she says, but my daughter specifically heard something when they were arguing. And it's
What?
different from what the other
Oh,
student
the
overheard because
girlfriend
lots
thing?
of tips are coming in simultaneously. And Jess says, you know, my daughter was walking by when they were arguing in the hallway, and she overheard Miss Beck, the teacher, say something along the lines of, this would wreck my career, not yours.
So you know that this is bad, but you, so you know this is bad, and you just want to keep going.
And then there's just all the small, very alarming things. Sometimes Alex wouldn't be in class, but Haley would never mark him absent. Miss Beck would invite Alex and the entire football team to come swimming at her apartment swimming pool. And the other night, there was this whole conversation amongst the students that Miss Beck had given Alex head. That's the phrasing of it. Like, that's not me saying it because I think that would be a crime, but you get what I'm saying. Jess states at the end of this call she feels really guilty because she doesn't have the proof of any sort of video or anything, but like these are the things that she's heard, and she feels conflicted about making this tip because if she hadn't called, then nobody else is going to get dragged into it, and now the police want to talk to her daughter, the police want to talk to these other high school kids, but they really, really need to look into 27-year-old Haley Beck.
Yes,
who's pretty
bro.
easy to Google for the officers, by the way. She's not just a psychology teacher at the local high school. She's also the well-known older sister of a pretty well-known influencer by the name of Noah Beck.
Oh,
if you are one of the lucky
Oh, that's what that nigga look like? Okay.
people that did not download TikTok during the pandemic and continue down the easy pipeline of brain rotting like myself, you may have no clue who Noah Beck is, which is neither here nor there. Just know that he's a big influencer with over 30 million followers on TikTok, and he makes a lot of money, and I don't want to say definitively, but it seems like he has not been in any career-ending controversies. He seems unproblematic compared to some of the other TikTokers during that time period. He mainly does a lot of big brand trips now. I think he's getting into acting. I think he has a few shows on Netflix that he's working on. So
Oh shit.
Wow.
yeah, I think he's mainly trying to be an actor.
He's
All right.
dating
He did date Dixie D'Amelio, but I
really?
think they were broken up a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's
Word.
like from that era, right? But he makes a lot of money, which may or may not be the only tiny detail that will hold relevance to this later. But he
Why?
also did some family vlogs that feature two of his sisters. So you've got Haley Beck, the oldest Beck child, and it appears that she's always had the going down the right path type of childhood, while her younger siblings, Tatum Beck, her younger sister,
Beck?
her younger brother, Noah Beck, were the troublemakers. That's how they talk about their relationships.
Haley Beck, everyone. This is the oldest of the Beck children.
Wait, hold on. Whoa. Hold on. Is that Lorraine? Oh gosh. Okay. Hold on. Just because somebody is someone that seems like they're going down the right path don't always mean that they're going down the right path. There are also archetypes of people who will be seen as going down the right path, and they use that as a shield of them not going down the right path because, one, perception is king. There's a lot of people who are under the guise of this halo effect. I feel like that's just honestly like the my favorite saying or favorite phrase. Like this halo effect that people will literally look past whatever you do just off of something you do or something what your perception is. Like there's a bunch of people who do heinous shit and people don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
He's the middle, I'm the baby.
They're like, Haley Beck is like the golden kid, the perfect child or whatever.
Who's most likely to go to jail? Who has more common sense?
Wow.
So how the fuck he gonna go to jail and has more common sense? You know what? Okay.
Oh.
And then Tatum Beck is like the troublemaker. She likes to throw pizzas at Haley Beck.
Oh,
She
what?
threw pizza at me.
Oh my
Why'd she do
god.
that?
Okay,
It
well,
got in my hair.
But is Haley Beck also a like influencer or not at all? Or she's just only as a sister?
Only as a sister.
So she doesn't have her own TikTok and all of
She
that.
does, but now not anymore. It's
Well-
pretty much gone. But she was never famous for her TikTok. She was really only famous for being Noah Beck's sister.
Okay.
And I'm assuming everybody in school knows that too, right? That's Noah Beck's sister.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
and apparently, oh my God, there's like this rumor. I couldn't
What?
confirm, but there were some anonymous students that were formerly in her class that said that because she's a psychology teacher, she would use Noah Beck and Dixie D'Amelio as personality references, which was just weird, very bizarre, very parasocial.
That's very
Okay.
interesting
All
because
right,
you were
bro.
saying she wants to be a friend.
Yeah.
And her brother is basically the biggest star for high school kids.
Yeah.
Must play a lot of roles in her brain and her interaction with the kids, right?
Yeah. Which,
And also, there is a big thing of people who are next to celebrities that also get that waft of famous or waft of notoriety or that psychological feeling just because they're related to said famous person. That is a thing. That is a thing.
which makes it, I think, more sick.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that Noah Beck did anything wrong.
Yeah.
He doesn't even live in Arizona anymore. So
Oh, okay.
just pointing that out. But more on that later because there is a part about Noah Beck in the police report that is unverified, but we'll get there.
Okay.
Haley goes on to become a high school psychology teacher, and she says in an interview,
Teachers can have connections with kids, and I feel like that's one of the most important parts of teaching, because at the end of the day, you never know, like, I might be the only person in someone's life that does care, and so I try really hard to make that known in my teaching and in my interactions with students.
Okay.
and then there's really not much else about her until recently, where every single TikTok of Haley Beck in her classroom teaching has seemingly gone viral because there's a rumor that Haley Beck is the teacher in the video, where I would consider it essay, but oral is committed against a student. Do you remember the TikTok trend?
Let me consider it essay. That is sexual assault. If she's the teacher and the student is underage, that's assault.
Where two people would be running, filming each other. They
Oh.
take turns.
Oh, the suspect challenge? Oh my gosh.
So one person pretends to be the suspect, the other pretends to be the cop chasing the suspect, and
Bro, Kyla made me, well, she wanted me to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. No damn shit.
as they're running, the cop, the one that's filming, will say something like, suspect is a 25-year-old and still takes a bubble bath every single day. Suspect can't grow a beard.
I can't grow a beard.
You know, they're supposed to be
That's
oddly
mean.
specific. You get it. You've seen it. Noah Beck has done one with his siblings a while back, and Haley Beck is running, and Noah Beck says suspect's best friends are her students. And Haley stops running to say, they're nice to me.
These are one of those moments where like internet videos become eerie. And this is definitely through hindsight.
Suspect's best friends are students.
They're nice to me.
Then another TikTok is dug up. Same trend, but this time it looks like it's Haley and another, maybe a teacher or a student in a cafeteria. And Haley is running through this empty cafeteria, and a girl's voice on the other end says, suspect has a cult following of high school boys.
Oh.
Suspect has a cult following of high school boys.
And there is a TikTok that has since started going viral, which is a picture of Haley Beck in her class.
Mommy
and on
Beck?
the whiteboard behind her, it's written Mommy Beck.
If this is in the context that I'm thinking, fuck no.
Whether she wrote that and told the students to call her Mommy Beck, whether one of the
Fool.
students wrote it and she just didn't erase it immediately.
Nah, this can't be no mommy kink type stuff. There's no way. There's no way, bro. There's no way. And you took a picture. There's no way. There's no way.
It's unclear. There's nothing inherently illegal or fireable in the videos of her in the classroom, at least the ones circulating online. Although I do think that she did break some school rules.
What you
Because
mean?
I don't think you're allowed to have students' voices or their faces in any TikToks without the parents' consent.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
so she films TikToks.
She also would like film TikToks in her classroom, and they were just so cringe. They've all been wiped from the internet, but you can see some reposts on TikTok where she just behaves in a way that I would never want my child anywhere near her, and I don't even have
What you
children.
mean?
Like, what does that mean?
Wait,
She's
what?
the epitome of a teacher that I think is not all there in the head. She likes to sing at her desk while the students are trying to focus, and it's very like, oh, pay attention to me.
Do you remember the 21st night of September?
What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh gosh.
And then she'll be like, oops, sorry, I don't even know why I'm seeing that. And then there's another part, like this one really just grinds my gears. And I do think that I have at times a very uncomfortable cadence and tone of voice, and maybe there is some vocal fry in my throat. But with Haley Beck, this is a student. This is a professional setting. And she's talking to a student and she's like, Austin, stop. And I'm like, what is fucking happening?
Is there like a trend that she's doing, or just like clips of her life?
These are clips of her life, and this is like at the time when a lot of teachers were filming themselves in classrooms. And then there was like a wave, a wave of teachers filming themselves, and then a lot of schools got mad, a lot of kids got mad, a lot of the internet got mad.
Pick me behavior shit.
Because they were like, you are like a toxic teacher. You're a weird teacher. So she has some of these, but I mean, maybe they're fireable offenses, but nothing inherently illegal in what has come up on TikTok.
You know, the thing about TikTok is that these are things that is still relatively new. So it's like, say stuff on TikTok happens and this isn't something that is inherently in like school manuals until something happens. And that incident is used as an example to provide more school rules. I would think if this was like the Noah Beck part of TikTok, and this is also a new type of thing of teachers filming themselves in classrooms. If I'm thinking of a time that would have been like what, 2 years ago, it's so fresh and new that literally all you can do is just wait for the institutions to catch up. And in that time of waiting for institutions to catch up, a lot can happen, i.e. this story.
It's just a combination of all the things that she does. She has a tendency to consistently try to fit in with the kids and make the class about herself. There's another TikTok where she's up on the table while the kids are exiting the classroom, and it just seems like she's doing it to be cool.
What do you mean up on the table? Standing on the
Yeah,
desk?
and she's like watching them all leave. I don't know. Like, I just never had teachers really behave like that. It just makes you uncomfortable.
Me neither.
She's bickering with students. Later, another student would say that the football boys and Haley Beck would constantly be making TikToks in her classroom. So I guess
I would say, like, in terms of like teachers and stuff, because I remember there was this one teacher I had. She was I think it wasn't political science. I think it was social studies teacher. Like, me and my friend, we would always laugh because obviously I love to laugh. And it would interrupt the class a lot. And the teacher would pick on me because I was like loud as shit in class. And I was in the front laughing. Like, sometimes I became like the butt of the joke in like a lesson. But it didn't come off weird. She was just like mad witty. But it just didn't come off a certain type of way. Like Haley Beck is. And also, I was being a disruptor in class, a class clown and all that other shit. So it just doesn't seem weird. From what I'm seeing here, it's just like, this is odd. And just like watching it, it's just like, this is kind of odd. Also, I'm seeing like fragments of a clip. So I'm just going off the fragments of a clip and everything put together. Of course, everything being put together can fuel what I'm thinking right now. So I'm going off of this.
Like the football boys would post their own TikToks, and that Haley Beck started acting more like a friend rather than a coach or a teacher. The football guys would always be behind her desk joking around with her. There is this one picture that one of the football guys took. Boys, children, students, okay, just emphasis. He's sitting at her, what it seems to be her chair, and she's leaned over her desk, and it's just like the most weird body language.
Okay. In high school, I remember we used to fuck with the teachers and like, annoy them and stuff like that. If we sat in the teacher's chair, they would yell at us, bro. We don't sit in that fucking chair. You don't sit in the teacher's chair. I remember sometimes, what was it? We used to like try and play music in class. One thing that you don't do is sit in the teacher's chair. Or you don't like disrespect the desk or anything. Like, hold on. Whoa, what the fuck? This is some new age school shit, bro. Cause what? And also for both those who don't know, I come from a family of teachers. There are rules that teachers are not supposed to. What the fuck? Hold on, cuz. Wait, damn.
Really uncomfortable. One student says
What?
Miss Beck would be teaching her class, and suddenly when the football players came in, she would stop teaching and just talk to them.
Huh?
And the way that they talked would be like that middle school teasing, flirting type of dynamic. There's also this newly circulating TikTok of a male student filming himself. I'm not going to post it, but it has gone viral. He's likely under the influence given the caption, but he's stating that he invited Haley Beck to pull up to his grad party, and she did. And now she's another student's partner in pong. I'm assuming beer pong. I don't know if there's beer in there or if it's Gatorade, probably.
Because it's probably beer. Like,
Not Gatorade, it's
probably
beer.
alcohol.
But he flips the camera, and sure enough, there's Haley Beck at a house party.
That is wild.
Other students have come out to say that being in Haley
actually, you know what? What is it? It's something. Because no, I may be showing my age, but teachers did not act like this until fucking TikTok became a thing. I never graduated college, but my friends, I dropped out of college, but my friends who I came into college with, they graduated in 2021. They weren't on that type of shit, bro. I don't know what happened. To where, is it like, I don't know what happened. Like, I think TikTok just made people think that they can just do whatever. I don't know, bro. Like, it's interesting to think about, because I also came from the Vine era. People weren't doing this shit on Vine. I'm kind of thinking, and my brain is working right now, I kind of think some people have that, like, because I'm 26. Haley Beck is 27. I'm going to be 27 in a month. Less than a month. What I'm thinking is, like, these people who are TikTok famous now probably came from Vine, or the people who are newer in TikTok now, above the age of, say, 25 now, probably knew what Vine was. But there's a certain type of energy with TikTok that's really making me think, because teachers were not acting like this, bro. I don't know what happened, but there's a shift. Teachers were not acting like this. What happened? Like, why? Like, what is going on? These things, or maybe because my family are teachers, maybe I hold a certain type of bias to professionalism in terms of teachers and stuff like that. But, like, I don't know where the switch came from. I don't know. There are, like, certain types of things that you just don't play around with. And one of those things is teachers for me, because you are literally shaping the new generation. Because you're literally having these kids 8 hours a day when the parents are doing parent stuff. Like, you are supposed to be the fucking teachers. Like, what?
Haley Beck's class was just...
What the fuck you at a house party? You ain't got no friends your age? You can't go to one of Noah Beck's joints or something. Like, what?
Is weird. She would openly talk about her dating life, which is not normal classroom behavior. And so with all of this and the tip from one of the parents to the police department, the police decide that they're going to start a full-blown investigation. In fact, they have tips about other things going on in Centennial High School, so they're just going to upend and do a full overhaul and look into everything.
Oh shit, I'm surprised. Damn. I'm surprised. Wow. Okay.
And they start pulling up other names that they think are going to be good witnesses. They're calling their parents because most of them are underage, asking if they can come in for an interview. And all of them are led into the soft room. The soft
room?
interview room in big police departments is specifically designed to create a comfortable, calm environment.
I ain't never seen that before.
It's usually reserved for victims, witnesses, and for this situation, children. Not the perpetrators.
Okay.
Multiple students are brought in from Centennial High School into the soft room where they're asked, can you tell us what you know about the ongoing investigation? One of the students responds, which one?
What?
The police don't start investigating Centennial High School because of a tip on Haley Beck. There is already an investigation underway on a separate teacher, 47-year-old Angela
Oh
Berlocka.
my gosh.
2 teachers at Centennial High in Peoria were accused of sexually abusing a student.
In my 30 years of 2 females perpetrating against the same.
What is going on in this school?
While police are investigating Angela Berlocka, tips are coming in about 27-year-old Haley Beck. So now they're like, okay, well, let's investigate both of them. And this is how both teachers are getting investigated for grooming their students. And random parents from Centennial High School end up opening their front doors, seeing a business card taped on the front for a detective.
Oh, shit.
One of the mother calls the detective and says, I don't know what this is all about. Well, kind of. She says she figured out, you know, given all the recent events, she had heard rumors milling about concerning some teachers at the school, but she doesn't know all the details, but she heard that her child might know more. She and her daughter, who we will randomly call Taylor. Taylor is 17, get called into the soft room. Okay, so the police, they don't do like an audio transcription. So there's an audio and video file that we were not able to FOIA, which is understandable. This is still an open investigation after all as well.
Right.
But they don't have a transcript for the audio. So this is the police officer paraphrasing their entire conversation based off the interview. So these are, I don't want to say they're direct quotes, but they're as direct as it gets. Like these are all the statements the police reiterated in the police report.
Okay.
So Taylor tells the detectives, I heard some rumors about Miss Berlocka. What kind of rumors? That 47-year-old Angela Berlocka, a teacher at the high school, would send nudes to football players and that she would add a bunch of the boys on Snapchat. But a lot of the students like Miss Berlocka and felt that she was never odd in class. Like Taylor is like, oh, no, Miss Berlocka is not like Haley Beck where she's obsessed with the boy students. She's actually pretty nice to me, but I don't know. This is the rumor that I heard. So maybe the rumor is just a rumor. Taylor reports to the detective that she personally noticed that Angela Berlocka started getting weird to her when she started dating another student.
Oh,
redacted.
No,
So we're going to call him redacted for now.
Wait, Taylor, the 47-year-old teacher getting weird to Taylor?
Yeah, so 47-year-old Angela Berlocka starts acting weird around 17-year-old Taylor.
Okay. What?
And Taylor is like, all I know is it started when I started dating my boyfriend, another 17-year-old at the school.
Okay. I'm really conflicted, bro. I think it's because, you know, I'm a guy and I feel like I feel like I have to walk on eggshells. Like that's how I feel. Like if y'all know me, y'all know or I hope my videos precede my words right now. It's like I can't help but to think like it should already be understood that this is weird, but at the simple fact that I can't go crazy on these freaky ass ladies as I do with guys, with the guys that do this freaky ass shit. And I'm just sitting here like, and I don't even have the feeling to want to go off. Like, this is fucking weird. This is fucking weird. And I guess you can chalk it up to me just, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. We're in a weird time. And like, I don't know how, and it's not even off of like how I think you guys would react, it's like I just am more disappointed than disgusted. Again, I grew up around women. My parents are teachers. And like for me, it's like I hold teachers at a very, very high regard in my respect level, to the point where if they do something heinous like this, I'm disappointed and not disgusted. I hope that don't come off as weird, but it's like, bro, the way I grew up, it's like, damn, yo, damn. But if it's different and a guy does this, it's like, fuck that nigga. Like, what do I look like saying, fuck that freaky beat, brr. Like, I don't feel like that's necessary. And I know some people do, but I don't know. I just wasn't raised like that. I literally was not raised like that. And I'm just thinking, like, the crime is so nasty, man. It's so nasty. And for me, I can just chalk it up to women are going to do whatever they want, bro. Like, that's just what it is. They're going to do whatever they want. And for me, I feel like I'm bounded by my own psyche to just be like, shaking my head. Shaking my damn head. I don't know. Does that make me feel weird? Like, I probably have to get checked out about that. I do have a bias towards women, bro. And if women do some crazy shit, I feel like I speak about it in a certain type of sense. I guess that's the self-reflection that I be doing with me. Shout out to the person in the comments that said I need to self-reflect on myself months ago. But like, this shit is so weird. It's like, it's just, and I'm succumbed to my gender, so I can't really say too much and just go off. It's just like, And I don't want to make it seem like I'm coming off as like performative or like I'm scared of some shit. Like, I genuinely cannot bring myself to do it. I just can't. Fuck, bro. This is nasty.
Is he a football player?
Yeah.
Of course he is.
So Taylor starts dating Redacted, male student in the school. And that's when Angela Berlocca, the teacher, starts acting very strange, as per the report. When Taylor would go to the bathroom, Angela would ask her if she's going to go hang out with her boyfriend. She would ask Taylor about her boyfriend all the time. And like, Taylor thinks it's weird. Also, Miss Berlocca was one of the first people that found out that Taylor and her boyfriend were even dating. Like, how did she even find out so quickly? And then Taylor finds out through mutual friends of her and her new boyfriend that Angela had actually added her boyfriend on Snapchat when he was a freshman or sophomore. So this was like a while back. And she was always sending him weird stuff, like messages, allegedly like, my husband doesn't satisfy me enough.
What? You're going to a child? Fool, what the fuck? Bro, oh yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this in one day. This is going to come out tomorrow. This is going to be a part 1 and 2. What?
This is a 47-year-old teacher sending this to a freshman or sophomore in high school.
That's crazy.
Miss Berlocca
Are teachers supposed to have a Snapchat with their students?
No.
Is that even allowed? That's crazy.
So teachers actually have email portals, or sometimes they have these each school is different. So some schools have software where you can like message teachers.
Imagine you are 40-something years old with a husband and your husband isn't satisfying you. You go to your student and say that? I'm not condoning cheating, but there's always layers. You couldn't find nobody your age to do your affair with? You just had to make it worse, huh? That's fucking crazy. It's fucking nasty.
But it's like a school software and it's all monitored.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is you expect this 17, 18-year-old say? Like, oh, nah, I can satisfy you more than your husband. She's 47. 47! Cause she was alive when Tupac was doing shit. Like, what?
But no, teachers are not supposed to have any sort of personal contact with students outside of class. And usually teachers, the last thing they want is to fucking see a student outside of class or talk to them.
Yeah,
so this is
like
really
what?
Weird.
Really weird, bro.
Crazy.
She would invite him to the classroom early before the rest of the students would get there, and she would tell him not to tell anyone about what she's saying. But Taylor's boyfriend never told Taylor any of this himself. So this is all she's hearing through mutual friends. She never saw these messages on his phone. So she's like, I don't know if it's true. It's just what I've heard. But there are more rumors about Miss Berlocka.
Aren't rumors literally like more... Aren't rumors supposed to be handled anyway? Like, they just let rumors fly here?
That multiple male students, children, received similar messages. And Taylor says, quote, I just know the whole football team is bonded over how weird the teachers are and that they've seen the same pictures of Miss Berlocka. Same pictures.
Wow. So she's mass sending her news to the whole. Team?
Could be. The police bring in Angela Berlocka, and she tells the officers that she has been working as a teacher for the past 26 years. She's been employed as a teacher way longer than any of these children have been on the face of this planet.
She's been teaching longer than I've been alive. I'm literally 26. She's been shaping the generation since I just came to this earth. Do you know how long 26 years is? You watching this right now, do you know how long? How old are you? Don't answer the question. Think about it in your mind. Is this camera on me? How old are you? Imagine somebody that has been teaching for that long. Before you were even a thought. Before you even fertilized the egg. What the fuck? Like, what?
She also teaches at this redacted, it sounds like a daycare, and she teaches early child development and is in charge of the preschool. So initially in the interview, even though Angela knows what's going on, she just tells the police that she really only has interactions with students via email and she only communicates with students for school-related purposes. The police report reads, I then asked her if she communicates with students outside of school purposes. I'm not going to answer that question. Would there be any reason why a student would have your personal phone number? No reason for that. I'm just going to say this, but I feel like anything I say is going to be viewed as wrong.
Duh.
She goes on to say that in the event of going on a field trip or something, Angela has given out her phone number before to some students, some teachers, some other parents, but other than that, no reason. That makes sense, right? Would there be any reason a student would have any images or videos of you in a state of nudity? Angela immediately states that she's not going to answer the question and requests an attorney, thus ending the interview.
I feel like some people don't understand. Like, if you say, I'm not going to answer that question and I want an attorney, I would think that the normal person's brain would be like, oh yeah, they definitely have nudes and all that, but they're just making it vague. And now they're trying to argue about these things that are already a thing. This is a fucked situation. This is such a fucked situation.
And she knows why, because the second that the police get a warrant for her phone records and start going through it, they're going to see that she is indeed on Snapchat talking to students.
Man.
Taylor's boyfriend, to be exact. On Snapchat, she messages Taylor's boyfriend, her student, first. Who's your tattoo artist?
Wow. Wait, but are these still recorded on Snapchat or they're gone?
They're gone, but the police are able to subpoena Snapchat. So the police are out here subpoenaing Snapchat.
Wait, so Snapchat also has a whole record of everything?
Yeah.
Yes,
oh,
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. What? It's 2026. You know nothing gets deleted. Mango husband, you know that. What are you talking about? What? What do you mean? Ha. No, you should know that. What?
Snapchat actually has a back-end portal for law enforcement where they can go in and ask for search warrants. And I think...
Interesting.
Yeah, they have like
all
the big tech companies. And I'm saying this because I don't know why people are so dumb in this day and age. If you're committing a crime, all the big tech companies, they have preservation requests that law enforcement fill out, and they preserve all the metadata.
Yeah, like I think some people just think just because Apple did that shit when they didn't want to give their info to FBI or something because they have this privacy thing, this a bunch of people just thought, oh, if Apple was able to not give the joint, that means every single app will abide by. No. I don't understand why people think you can just do crime on a public as fuck app. I think it should be common sense that if something vanishes, that does not mean it's not going to get dug up. Especially if you're doing illegal shit. Not if, like, oh, you're trying to cheat on your partner. This is just going to vanish in 24 hours. Literally, that can be circumvented with screenshots. And then now it just lives on a phone forever. Like, nothing disappears. Literally nothing disappears, bro.
Yeah.
They're legally required to. And I'm not saying that so you can get away with the crime. I'm saying that because it's so mind-boggling to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
like, I
what?
would say that this is more so if you're not committing a crime and maybe you have other sensitive information that you wouldn't want certain government agencies to know, just know that, right? But
Even though these government agencies have all of your information, they have all of it. They have all of it. They have all of it. They have your biometrics. They damn near probably have your fingerprint. Like, they have all of it. All of it. And you want to know how that probably makes sense that they have all of it? The first iPhone came out in 2007. Imagine what has happened since 2007. You think Will Smith eating a spaghetti, which was what, one of the first AI stuff? Now AI is, you got AI slop now. You think that they don't have all of our information? I mean, we have a fucking social security number that everybody can track. Like, what are we talking about?
Wow.
so she's like, who's your tattoo artist? This guy named Creep on 43rd Avenue in Grand. And then he responds, shaking my head, why'd you unadd me? So she added him, unadded him, and then Angela Berlacca responds, just trying to stay out of trouble. If you say so. You got any free time coming up, B? So they all call her Miss B.
Uh-huh.
I'm leaving town this weekend. Where to? Colorado for a week, last vacay before school starts. Summer goes fast.
Summer.
It really does.
Bro, she texting this, she a teacher, and this nigga saying summer. And she don't give a fuck about this grammatical, you know what? Nah.
No response. So Angela Berlacca messages again in the morning, good morning. Now he responds, good morning. Curious if your offers are still on the table.
Wait, who
The student is asking if your offers are still on the table. We don't
What offers? Offers for what?
know the offers based off this conversation.
Offers
But
for
Angela
what?
Berlacca responds, yes, but not right now. The student responds, catch me in December. I'm curious if you teach some things or not.
I know this child is not giving this 40-year-old woman some game or trying to spit game to a full whoa, come on, bro. Come on. What?
Are you graduating early? Yeah, I am. I'll be done in December, so catch me over break when you got free time. I need to see if you got any special tricks. And I'll be 19.
Okay, so he 18. So now this is some barely legal shit. Guess what, bucko? You're still the student, and she's the teacher. It's still wrong. Niggas try to grace by, oh, I'm 18, or I'm 19. Nigga, it's still weird. It's still weird. You're not even able to fucking drink yet. Like, as if like that just, like, what?
Oh.
Nice, and I'd be happy to. We'll see what you got up your sleeve.
Go ahead, bro.
And I guess he copied her message on Snapchat or something, but she's like, anything you want. You know, what's with you copying my message, though? Should I be worried?
So she don't know how Snapchat work.
The student.
Angela Berlacca is like, you copied my message. Should I be worried?
Screenshotting and stuff.
And he's like, not about me. Good to know.
What?
So she's 47.
She don't know about
The student
Snapchat.
was like 17.
He
17,
is now
18.
18. Yeah,
Right,
turning
right.
19.
So she's 30 years older.
Yeah.
Does she have any children? Do you know?
She's married and has children. It is atrocious, but the deep, dark abyss of hell can always get darker. Once investigators start digging, they interview Taylor's boyfriend's grandmother.
What?
And she states that her grandson confided in her that his teacher was being inappropriate with him. She also reached out to the police on a separate tip, stating that a teacher has been sending her grandson, Taylor's boyfriend, inappropriate messages and videos. One video is described in the police report as, quote, a video where the teacher was nude and masturbating with a
toy?
Yeah, a cucumber-shaped device.
A dildo. Cuz. Bro. What the fuck? Yo. What the fuck?
In addition to this, the female teacher was saying Redacted's name in the video, as well as stating that she wants to S him dry. The video footage shows the teacher's face as well as identifying tattoos, as well as another video of Angela Berlocca. In addition to Redacted, there are 3 other students involved.
What do you mean three students involved?
Whether they received similar messages or similar offers, but there are other students that are semi-involved in being groomed.
Bro, I ain't gonna hold you, cuz like my teacher talking about she wanna suck me dry. That shit sound weird, yo. Like what? What? That's so weird. Or maybe I'm different. I don't know. That's weird, bro. Why y'all talk? Yeah, come on, man. And I'm not even saying for the student, like, cuz the teacher, you're 47 with a husband and children. Oh. And now that's just where my brain just blocks it, because I'm just disappointed. Like, what the fuck? Like, what?
This video was sent to the student when he was 16 years old.
Oh!
Not when he was 18. There's
Oh my
another video that the
gosh.
police find, which includes an adult female, likely Angela Berlocca, in the shower unclothed. Her face is not in it, but it appears to be her. It matches with her shower. It matches with the containers in her shower and some of the identifying tattoos. The video is 2 entire minutes long. And
Fool, the whole kill is, 1, if you're 40-something years old, you're almost grazing 50. What the fuck do you need to say to somebody who just literally probably got their provisional license? What is there that needs to be said? Have you ever tried to talk to somebody that's younger than you? And I'm not talking about a year younger than you. Say like, I'll say for me, I be saying all these other things like, oh, I don't know what the hell these kids do. I be talking about low genuinely. What the fuck does that mean? And that's from people who are what, 5, 6, 4 years younger than me? What the fuck you gotta talk about with somebody that's 30 years older? What the fuck is you talking about, bro? Like, at the end of the day, it has to be a certain type of thing that you want, some kind of sexual desire or something. There's nothing else. It's a 30-year age gap, my nigga. Like, what the fuck are you about to talk about? I'm thinking, I'm not even 30 yet, but I'm thinking in terms of when I reach 30, there's a bunch of things that I want to do in terms of like adult shit that I can't even explain to somebody that just got out of college, bro, or just got out of fucking high school. Bro, I go play basketball at my old school and there be some young niggas around. They calling me Unc. They saying I was born in 1985. Like, bro, like what the, literally there's like a generational barrier between me and niggas who are fucking 21 and the youngest is 19, bro. And these is niggas that I'm talking to. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, what is there? And I'm over here just sitting like, bro, get these dudes off of me because I'm annoyed. Like, bro, why the fuck is y'all? And I'm over here sitting like, yo, was I like this at 18, whatever, 19, 20? I know I was obnoxious. You got the videos to prove it that I was on some obnoxious shit. But like looking back, it's like, bro, niggas who are like 5 years younger than me are annoying to me because I don't know what the fuck are they talking about. That's one. Imagine being 20 years older than me and them young people are still young. 47. She's closer to 1985 than I am. What the fuck, bro? Like, what do y'all have to say? What is there to talk about? What is there to talk about if it's not just some weird sexual kink or desire? That shit is weird, bro. And that's the type of shit that I'll just be like thinking like these old ass men having these young ass girls. Like, what the fuck is y'all talking about? You ever talk to somebody about some shit that hasn't experienced shit before? Like, it's just like, bro, that's not a headache. Like, what the fuck is we talking about? Also, this 47-year-old woman is on fucking Snapchat. And she don't even know that copying and screenshotting is a thing. And that can get you jammed up. She's 47. She was here during the... I don't even know about no dating sites back then, bro. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. She don't even know, like, this nigga over here screenshotting Snapchat. Oh, what's that? Oh, I don't want to get in trouble. Nigga, get the fuck off of Snapchat. Actually, you know what? Stay on Snapchat because we need to catch your nasty ass. Because what is going on? There's like some type of barrier. What is going on? No.
She's just pointing the camera downwards and like soaping up her body.
She's over here sending nudes and shit to children. But nigga, I don't give a fuck if they 19. I don't give a fuck. If you ain't 21 plus, you're a kid to me, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's like a frontal lobe developed shit. It's just like, bro, if I see a teen in anything, no, fuck that. The fuck, bro? Nigga, And it's like some people just be like, oh, no, you're 18, so you cool. Cuz, have you ever tried to talk to an 18-year-old? I'm talking to the people who are older than the age of 25 or older than the age of probably 23, 24. If you get out of college, have you ever tried, or not even tried, have you ever hear how people are talking? That are, say, like 5 years younger than you. Have you seen how people are talking on TikTok? Literally. You want to have a conversation with them? Like, real shit, bro. I'm not even trying to be like one of them type people like, oh, these young people don't know, da-da-da-da-da. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, it's a difference. Now, add you in that age, add that motherfucker to 47. Probably the same age that your dad is. Or your mama is. Imagine you, sometimes you probably don't even understand what your mama, daddy, or aunties is saying. Aunties, uncles, what they saying. Now imagine you are in that mindset and not understanding somebody else in your age. Imagine, or don't even imagine, imagine trying to have any type of relationship with somebody that you don't understand like that. You can't even understand your fucking father. You can't even understand your mama until you reach that age. Like, bro, like this shit is weird. This shit is fucking weird. It's fucking weird. It's weird. And it's like, depending on the factors, people just let the shit slide. That's weird. Stop letting the shit slide, bro. Stop letting the shit slide. We need to bring back shame. Bring back shame when it's time to bring back shame. This shit needs to be shameful. Boo! Tomato. Boo! Start throwing tomatoes at these people. The fuck, bro? But then again, you know what? Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot. I said I need to stay out of it because I'm a man. People are just going to do whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, right? Fuck it, right? It's cool, right? Fuck it, right? Fuck out of here. The fuck out of here.
And Angela Berlocka is very clearly, in my opinion, a predator. Neither of them have been charged yet, but...
A loser. Boo. Tomato. 17 tomatoes at the head. Boo. The fuck?
Can the same be said about Haley Beck?
Yes, she's a loser. What the fuck, bro? Like, what are we talking about? Damn.
As far as this investigation, right?
If she really doing this, you know, it's an open investigation. So I'm saying, if she really is doing this is some loser shit, fool. This is some loser shit the same way. And you know what? I don't give a fuck what I said. I'm gonna just leave it at, it's some loser shit, bro. This is some loser shit. The same way that I would have that if the roles were reversed, I would be more forceful if the roles were reversed. But right now, I'm keeping that you're a loser. That's some loser shit. Stop preying on your fucking students. Stop preying on children. That's some loser shit. Loser ass shit. The fuck, bro? Damn. Niggas don't care about, man.
Now, at this point, it's like the police opened up a can of worms with Angela Berlocka's case, and that leads them to open up another can of worms or a can of eels with Haley Beck. So they're like, okay, we've got Angela Berlocca, we've got these videos, and now everybody's talking about another teacher named Haley Beck. Like, what's happening? Another student is brought in, and she tells officers that she's heard a rumor that Haley Beck and Alex have been
Like, this shit, I heard a rumor. What is this, Umbrella Academy? Like, this shit get me hot, bro.
together
Like,
since Alex, that student, was 16 years old. And that wouldn't surprise her. They're like, what do you mean by that? Miss Beck acts like she's still in high school and she's obsessed with the football team. She would mention how when she was in high school, she dated a football player. Not only that, another student states, one time I was in yearbook class, I stopped by Miss Beck's classroom. When I got there was like at least 30 football players inside. They're having a pizza party. And the student walks in and Miss Beck looks at her and goes, well, this looks weird. And she didn't think it looked weird, but now that Miss Beck said that it was weird, that made it weird. And she never allows female students to hang out in her classroom after class, but she allows all the male students.
I'm sorry. No. It's weird. This shit is weird. It's just fucking weird, dude. This is weird. That's it. That's fucking it.
Another student who graduated states she hated being in Miss Beck's classroom. Why? She just has a weird focus on guys. Her classroom environment was annoying. She would prioritize the male students' attention over teaching. There's also rumors that she gave a male student a Christmas present, that she filmed a TikTok inside of the car of one of the male students. Like, it was...
She is 27. She's 27. In the car of a child. Somebody who just got their provisionals, bro. What does this sound like to you? At this point, I feel like people gonna be on my ass for just saying the obvious. This shit is fucking weird, bro.
Scandalous, but why are you in a student?
Why the fuck are you in a car? Why are you in their car? Where's your car? You ain't got no whip. Like, where's your car? First off, you shouldn't even be in the car with this motherfucker. Unless you're taking them back home because they got some whatever is going on. But the context of what's going on is fucking weird. Why are you in the car? What the fuck y'all need to talk about? Like, what are we doing? What y'all need to talk about?
Car. Filming a TikTok. One student says
Like,
something
what?
incredibly...
Ain't no teacher need to be that cool, bro. Shit. You know what's cool? You know what's actually cool? Teaching a group of students the mitochondria being the powerhouse of the motherfucking cell. Teach some niggas some shit. That's some cool shit right there. And I don't care if I sound old, nigga. Put on some Bill Nye in the classroom. Don't start trying to, like, flirt with the fucking students. Put on My Friend Malcolm in the classroom. That's how you get the students to like you. Put on, man, fuck that packet. Put the damn movie on. That don't mean start getting all crazy with the football team. Shit, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. No, this is weird as shit. At this point, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't care. Bro, I'm sorry. I don't care. Like, this shit is really weird. This is weird. This is fucking weird. It's fucking weird, bro. You want to try to be a cool teacher. Nigga, fuck a packet, fuck busy work. Put the movie on. Or is this just some old shit that I'm on? Back in my day, the cool teachers put the movie on. Or did like crash courses about the damn curriculum. What happened to the curriculum? She over here talking about, she over here stopping the lesson to talk to the football players? Stopping the lesson. First off, why are the football players coming into the classroom? What time of day is this? This shit ain't probably, it's not at 3. It should probably be like prime lunch hours or something like 12:30, 1 o'clock. Like what? Like y'all on a crisp 1 o'clock. You just stopping the curriculum. I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm probably like a bookworm or some shit, but I ain't come off as no banana bookworm. I just love to learn about some shit. Talking about a cool teacher. Nigga, put the fucking movie on. Don't have to flirt with nobody. And the whole kill is, you know what the best thing about the people in high school and everything? I ain't saying I was a jock, but I did track in high school, okay? The best thing after coming from practice or whatever the fuck that has to happen in school is taking a nap in class. The coolest thing was the teacher letting you put your head down like these and not bothering you. That's the epitome of cool. When I was in high school, I graduated in 2017, bro. That was the cool shit. So now teachers being cool is doing some fucking TikToks and shit. Teach the motherfucking class. Put on TikTok some fucking studies or some learning, some cool learning shit. Cause you know a bunch of people is dumb, but a bunch of people is on TikTok and dumb, doom scrolling. You know what would be nice on TikTok? Put your fucking lesson on TikTok. Not trying to be all cute and shit on TikTok. You can still be cute and shit if you want to be cute and shit. But you was a teacher, bro. You was a fucking teacher. What's wrong with teaching? Why are the teachers not teaching? And I'm saying this specifically to these two nasty ladies. Teach. Why is the whole football team in your class? Y'all finna teach them what the fuck a cover 3 is? Huh? Y'all finna teach them a zone? What, prevent defense? The fuck? Y'all finna teach them how to recognize a wildcat's finna happen? How to attack a play action before the fucking quarterback does the play? Like, what the fuck is we doing? Like, why is all them in the classroom? Fuck out of here, bro. Shit, and the whole kill, the coach at my school would be like, what the fuck is y'all doing in here? Get your asses over to the film room and come on. Shit. Like, what, bro? This shit get me hot. Like, bro, I'm sorry, gang. I'm sorry, bro. Just like shit, the shit like this is one of the reasons why the fucking reading level is ass. Shit like this is why the school system is fucking ass. I'm not saying that this is fully the reason, but this is a factor and it's in my face right now and it's pissing me off. It's pissing me off. Can we protect these kids, bro? I don't give a fuck if the kids are, the kids today, they don't have that. They are teenagers. They are teenagers. They are teenagers. If you don't know how you was like as a teenager, you know what it's like to talk to a fucking teenager. And you can literally sense like, damn. You would think you have the answers to what's going on. But no. What you use with your adultness, your experience in life. All this other shit, being friends with these motherfuckers. Bro, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. No, this is weird. You know what? Fuck it. I'm sorry. I don't know what this people gonna say about this. I can't wait to see what the comments say. This shit's fucking weird, bro. Shit.
Alarming though. They state that there are at least a group of 8 to 9 football kids that she knows of where they were in a competition, and that competition was to see who could get the most inappropriate videos and pictures of either of the two teachers.
And this is another thing that be happening in high school. These teenagers are fucking nasty. And this is where I stop there. I'm about to listen.
Berlocka and Haley Beck. Normally, this type of competition would be a reason for students to be in trouble because it is inappropriate, but no teacher in their right mind would ever send anyone any material for this sick competition that they have going on, right? Police subpoena Angela Berlocka's phone, and they also subpoena and do a search warrant on Haley Beck's phone. And inside Haley Beck's, they find text messages between Haley Beck and this student named Alex, and they're both referencing faculty pictures. So specifically of Haley Beck. So, you know, each teacher, they need like an ID tag. And Haley Beck, she's talking about her ID tag picture. And Alex states bluntly, those ID pics are funny. Haley Beck, the teacher, responds in a confused manner, like, funny? Why? Oh, let me guess. I was a beluga in the first few. So she's saying that she was much heavier in the first few pictures when she first started teaching. Bro, my sophomore year, you were one. Why? Oh, let me guess. I was a beluga in the first few. So she's saying,
your Hear Me Out is Max from the Goofy movie? Favorite brain rot? Got. Got means fat ass. How is that brain rot? I'm sorry.
That she was much heavier in the first few pictures when she first started teaching. Bro, my sophomore year, you were 1 billion% overweight. And now you look fire. One netizen writes, if someone told me I was 1 billion% overweight, I would have to KMS. Alex goes on to like the text message. Oh, let me guess, I was a beluga in the first few years. And he responds to that. The student responds and he says, man, ain't that right? Yeah, but like you still fucked with me then, like as a person. Negative. You were a cool teacher though. Is my one this year good then? And you're my current teacher. Or better, at least you're telling me you wouldn't have tried with me back then solely
Slim, go ahead, bro. We are only 40 minutes in this shit. I'm gonna finish this shit tomorrow. I can't.
because of the teacher aspect? No, not at all. Because it would have been like, she's not even a flex, she's rough.
Slim.
Right. I was just cool.
Girl, what? This nigga said you're rough. He's literally degrading you.
Okay, be nice. You asked. Same way I think about Miss B. If she was a little more fit, I would have died in the...
Go ahead, bro. Nah, you got this shit, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, gang. Nah, bro. How do you hear this shit and just... I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I'm bullying now. I'm gonna just listen. I can't. I'm going too crazy. I'm sorry. I feel like there's something going on, and I can't keep going and just berating because this is sad. This is like sad. This goes from disgusting to sad. This shit is just sad. The fuck? Nigga said I would have died in the pussy.
See.
Miss B?
Berlaka.
Haley Beck knows what's going on.
Yeah, and she's not reporting it because she's doing the same thing.
Does Miss B know about Haley Beck though?
We don't know.
What?
And Haley Beck responds, bro, she's also like 50 though.
Yo, who's 30?
She's too damn big for me right now. Question mark, question mark. Age is just a number, baby. She's starving for the young dick.
Who said this?
The student.
Oh.
And I do want to preface that there's going to be a lot of uncomfortable messages where this 18-year-old student is saying sometimes uncomfortable things about women's bodies, and his girlfriend in particular. But I don't think that he's at fault for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing he's at fault for is being fucking crass and nasty. But if we're putting this in the context, we're judging the adults right now. Okay? We're judging the adults right now. We already know this motherfucker is crass and nasty. So we can just put that to the side, put that in a little doggy bag, and put it to the side by the table with all the rest of the damn food. Then go put that right there. We're talking about the adults.
Like, I think there's, there's no crime in an 18-year-old talking like this, behaving this way, especially when you have to factor in the trauma element of like, we don't know how long he's been preyed on in this school and how that.
Imagine how people are probably going to say, like, people don't understand that, like, but what did he do thing is big, but it's not as big as, but what did she do in the reverse? So please just think about that. Just think. Victim blaming nowadays for a guy, it's way more okay right now. If you would like to disagree with me, that's okay. That's okay. I'll respect that.
That could alter the way that he also thinks and speaks. I'm not justifying it, but I'm just saying he's genuinely a victim in this situation. Mm-hmm. Haley responds, I mean, yeah, I guess, even though our situation is still not right, at least we're closer in age. I don't like being compared to Miss B. Nah.
Jealous?
Yeah. She's jealous that someone else is grooming her victim.
This is sad.
And he responds, nah, 100%. A tad more normalized. Like, if I'm 25 and you're 33, who cares?
But you're not 25.
But if I'm 25 and she's 55, holy gilf.
$25.33 is 8 years. Okay. The oldest person I dated was, I think, 6 or 7. And that's still a difference. That's still a fucking difference, bro. 20 years and 26 is still a difference. Like, I think people just need to understand or like take into account like what the fuck are y'all going to be talking about? You know, like what are you going to be talking about? Like if I'm 25 and you're 33, that's the whole kill is like people saying, but if I'm 25, you're not fucking 25. You're under the age. Or you're not even 21. That's the whole kill. There's a difference in that. If you're 25, you're 25. If you're fucking 19, 18, you're 19 and 18. You can't go into the liquor store and buy a drink. That's one thing that is a clear difference. A 25-year-old and a 33-year-old can gallivant over the same bottle of liquor and whatever. If you're 18, you can't do that. You can't. That's the fucking difference. Not the difference in age, you fucking dickhead.
Alex likes the message that Haley sends of not wanting to be compared to Angela Berlocca, and he writes, luckily I haven't cracked her yet. Right, like this sounds more normal. Like an older woman. Go you. Sick. I can't even look at her without thinking of her literal vagina.
Is this some like Arrested Development shit that like is going on? Because what? What? Why are we talking about this 50-year-old woman's vagina? Why? What? Why?
So investigators put two and two together that both Angela Berlocca and Haley Beck are victimizing the same student. The message where she is sending the video with that object and saying a student's name, it's Alex. It's the same student. And on Haley Beck's end, she knows what Angela Berlocca has been doing and has not reported it because she's doing the same thing to the child. Alex's age-appropriate girlfriend, Taylor, tells the police, Miss Beck
Taylor is Alex's girlfriend?
And she tells the police, Miss Beck is a weirdo. She's weird with all the students. She's weird with the high school boys. She's flirty and she's fixated on still being in high school. Everyone knows that, including the other teachers. Haley Beck would go around telling students that other teachers questioned her about being inappropriate with students or too friendly, but she doesn't even appear to be worried about it. Like she almost says it as if it's something to be proud of, like some sort of badge of honor, that she's so cool that even the other teachers are telling her to stop being like one of the kids. Taylor says,
and other teachers know about this?
Yes. Or at least seems like they have an idea. Taylor says she never liked Miss Beck. She had Miss Beck for psychology all last year, didn't like her, especially because Miss Beck was always texting Alex. Haley Beck would text Alex. She would text all the football boys, but specifically Alex, and she would send him money and weird shit. According to the police report, Taylor says weird shit. And she was constantly asking Alex about his high school girlfriend.
Slim, she's his sugar baby or sugar mama too?
Taylor. Haley would be texting Alex, what are you doing? I'm with Taylor, bro. Haley would just call him weird, which Alex would get offended by, and he would respond to Haley, like his teacher, that he's gonna be rude and weird to her because she's weird for texting him. He would straight up tell her, your ass is gonna get in trouble because you're texting me. Haley Beck did not care. Taylor states, I never saw anything like freaky in the text messages from Miss Beck. It would just be like her sending money and asking him, what are you doing today? Or like, let's go grab food. It was like she was trying to hang out with him.
Okay, so him and I started dating last spring. It was like April probably. And then I had her as a teacher the semester prior to that, so first semester of junior year. But I didn't know about her texting him and sending him money, trying to hang out with him.
That's fucking crazy. In what scenario would a teacher send student money?
Yeah.
No scenario. No scenario. Unless the teacher is trying to be nice and get them to pay for lunch if they can't afford for lunch. But also, that's not their jurisdiction. Why is she sending this nigga money? Why is she sending this nigga money? I'm gonna say it one more time in case you didn't hear me. Why is she sending this nigga money?
How much money?
It's always $20 or $30 each time, but it added up in the span of a month and a half to $630 on a...
To a nigga in high, 630.
teacher's salary.
Like Venmo him or?
Apple Pay.
Oh, like those gift card money
Yeah.
on the text?
Yeah. not even just any teacher, I think any adult sending any child money that is not directly related.
And also, the thing about sending a kid money for lunch, gotta make sure the parents are okay with that. That is very important. I didn't say that in the beginning of when I said that. I'm saying that now. Unless there's parental acceptance or parental supervision, no teacher should be sending a student no fucking money, bro. No. 630 to a nigga in high school? High school? What?
That the parents know about is so alarming.
Yeah.
But a teacher makes it even more alarming.
Yeah, 100%. Wow.
And Taylor was like, I know of at least one time where Haley, Beck, and Alex hung out. They went to this place called Fired Pie, which ironically is not like a pie place, it's a pizza spot. Well, I guess that makes more sense. But Alex is there with his friend, and Haley Beck just shows up, meets up with them, offering to pay for Alex's food.
Okay, hold on. You know the thing that's throwing me off? It's like, okay, so the way that this dude is talking, right? And I don't remember who's the football player or something. So if they know that this teacher is like, and I'm trying to put myself in ain't shit high school jock brain. I'm trying to put myself in like the most stereotypical way. The guys that are being groomed would try to spin the fucking sugar mama. These aren't guys of nobility. These aren't guys who are cookie cutter. Well, didn't you see how he's talking to her? Like, at the end of the day, like, fool, if you are with your peoples and you got the teacher coming in saying that, like, they're not going to respect you, bro. That's one thing. They're going to see you as a lick. This is one of the reasons why you should not fuck with children or fuck with teenagers. If we're just like putting aside the fact that it's fucking illegal and disgusting, just off of like the psyche sense, you think these niggas is going to respect you? The niggas said you was a beluga, or they said you was all this other stuff. Like, huh? And now you sending them money? What? Like, at this point, I feel bad saying stuff like this. Like, what happened? Why are you thinking like this? Because, like, at the end of the day, like, you are Noah Beck's sister. You have the internet. You're 27. You see what's being said about men. You see about all this stuff, and you go to school and prey on young boys? My question is, do you think like you're getting like some type of power back or something? You know, like how what was it? There was something that I saw, like some girls on TikTok or some grown women are like on this catching print trend. And like people in the comments were saying like, yo, people were catching print and I'm literally underage. Like I felt uncomfortable. Like, is this what we on? Is this the type of shit that we on now? To get back at the patriarchy or something? Is this what's going on? Because I want to know. Because this shit's fucking weird. This shit's fucking weird, bro. Please, somebody tell me. I humbly am. Please, what the fuck is going on? Like, what?
Taylor didn't even know about any of this until she asked Alex about it because she heard about it from someone else. And in this instance, he got mad that she asked. And like these are the small things where I think it's really important when you just read the messages between Haley Beck and the victim, the student, because he's a lot more aggressive in the text messages. Some netizens have gotten into this weird mindset where he's not a victim because he was 18. He's a victim. And I think
he's not a victim to you because you have a preconceived notion that just because he's a guy and he's also 18, because if an 18-year-old who's a guy does something heinous, they will try him as an adult. That's why you think like that. This is the same exact shit when these ain't shit ass men be saying, well, what was she wearing? well, she talked to him this way, so that means she must have deserved it. It's the same fucking thing. It's the same fucking thing, okay? But there are double standards to where people will think that just because the person is 18, he's 18 doing this, and he's a man, he's probably like indoctrinated by this red pill shit. Or also, there was a thing back in the day where there was this lady that literally said that black boys need to be eradicated. There was a video that said that. There's a thing that said men are inherently evil from birth. There are literal anecdote, not even anecdotal, there are TikToks and think pieces of shit like that. That's why you think that. And also, it's the same fucked up thing because you probably are like under the rhetoric of men oppressing women. That also adds to it. That also adds to it. Yes, the young boy probably is trying to capitalize off of this situation, but he's a fucking kid, bro. Like, okay, so we're going to use, oh, he's 18 now, so he must know better. Who the fuck do you know that's 18 that knows better? Because we put it on the other side and a lady does this to an older man, we vilify the older man. So are we victim blaming or are we not? That's my question to you. I already know that there are double standards and I already accept that. I'm not somebody to say things need to be better. I already accept that. Okay, I already accept that. But I'm just saying, like, bro, like this shit, I even though I accept this, I have the right to be like, bro, this shit is fucking odd. And make a hypothesis as to why people are talking about this. Yeah, an 18-year-old is acting like a fucking dickhead to a 27-year-old woman. Yeah, he's a dickhead. He's probably going to be a dickhead man in training. Yes, somebody should have taught him better. Somebody should definitely slap him across the mouth talking about people like this. We're going to put that in the takeout bag, the doggy bag aside. Put that on the side of the joint. Because we already know that if you already know that, right? So what about the adult? Some people may think 18 is an adult. But there are people who got mad at people waiting until somebody turns 18 to do this wild shit. This happened when he was 16. This is why it's called grooming. It's bad on both sides. It's fucking weird. But I understand what's it called? The double standards. That's why I'm not saying banish her to hell. Because I told you that I have a soft spot for women. But at the end of the day, this shit is fucking weird. This shit is fucking weird, bro. I'm gonna stand on that shit. I don't give a fuck if like the other roles reverse. This is why we do this because this is it don't make it right. It don't make it right. This is fucking odd. And you people talking about this fucking 17 to 18-year-old boy saying like, oh, he deserved it because this, you were the same type of person that if you had a dick and balls and you were a man saying the same shit about a woman getting abused like that, you are having the same type of rhetoric. But guess what? It doesn't matter because double standards. Because oppression is a thing. Because patriarchy is a thing. That's why you feel comfortable saying that shit. But you will shame somebody on the other side of the spectrum doing this to your gender mates or your people that you have empathy towards. I think it's weird. You probably don't think it's weird. And you know what? I don't give a fuck and I'm not arguing with you. This shit is fucking weird on all angles. And it's not even about the age. She's a fucking teacher. A teacher should not be doing this shit with the students. Power dynamics. Huh? Power fucking dynamics. Like this, oh, they deserved it because they doing this. Cause they a kid, bro. They a kid, bro. They a fucking kid, bro. Like I'm not doing this semantic shit. Just cause you 18 don't fucking mean that you're an adult. Okay? Because you just turned 17. All right, like let's be fucking real now. Let's be real. You just turned 18. That means you were 17. That means literally the only difference right there is a day. It's a day. And if you started this shit in 16, you a fucking weirdo, cuz. Especially if you 27, cuz. The fuck is we talking about, bro? Shit weird as hell. Weird as fuck. I need to take a break. We got 15 more minutes left. I'm gonna take a break. Man, fuck. I'll do this shit tomorrow.
Small instances where when he's asked about, did you see Haley Beck with his high school girlfriend, he gets upset. And that might be from a whole list of traumatic reasons that maybe have not been digested as being trauma. These are like the little things where it's very clear it's still impacting him in a tremendous way. So he got mad and he didn't want to talk about it. Now, the whole thing is odd. Taylor says that Haley Beck was constantly just like texting Alex as if they were friends or something. Like she would send him pictures, selfies, not like inappropriate or freaky. That's how she phrases it, though they are inappropriate. But just like pictures of herself. And she would just be asking, oh, should I post these on Instagram? Like he's some sort of social media manager. To which Alex would respond, I don't know. Or sometimes he would just not respond at all. What would happen then? The detective is asking. Miss Beck would get mad. Also, Haley Beck would constantly save photos of Alex on her Snapchat. And Taylor, a 17-year-old, is telling the detective, because the detective is like, why do you think she did that? And she's like, I don't know if maybe like Alex looked good in the photos or what. I don't know. And if you read the 200-page police document, these are the moments where I feel like, okay, this is where you see the impact on these kids, because we know why Haley is saving those pictures, but this is a 17-year-old girl who is just confused why a teacher is saving the pictures to begin with, and she's trying to come up with reasons in her mind. I think these are very impactful moments that should be remembered. But the police report reads, Taylor, quote, told Alex that Miss Beck was chasing him and that what Miss Beck was doing was weird, and Miss Beck is not all that. And then March of 2025, there was this whole incident where Taylor is in the car with Alex and he's saying that he needs to drop off his school computer because someone is going to do his homework for him. And she's like,
Okay.
Who's going to do your homework? Where are you dropping off your laptop? Like your school laptop? He's not responding. So she's like, okay, I'm just not going to question it then. They go and they drop off his computer. She doesn't see who he hands it to, but now she's connecting the dots and it's very clear that it was Haley Beck's apartment. So she connected the dots then. And then later, she sees text messages from Haley Beck to Alex that read along the lines of, the computer is charged. She turned in all the assignments except for one because the computer died. And she was like, it's just so weird.
Wow.
According to the police report, Taylor states she did most of his homework for his junior year, I think.
My nigga, do you not see that these kids are looking at you like a fucking lick? At this point, fuck teaching. At this point, fuck the ethicalness of being an educator. Fuck this shit at this point. That's how I feel like this shit is going on. Cause you're doing his homework.
Do you know the timeline of things? When did it start? How long did it last?
So a lot of these text messages that we're going to get into between Haley Beck and the student are when he's 18 years old. But repeatedly throughout the police report, it states that Haley Beck and the grooming of the child probably started when he was closer to 16.
So 18, he was a senior.
Yeah.
So it was like sophomore. They started. Okay.
Yeah. Alex advised that Miss Beck does his homework for him for no reason and that she is just, quote, a weird ass bitch. And
they talking to you like this. Look,
every time,
or talking about you like
Taylor and her boyfriend Alex would hang out. Sure enough, Haley Beck would be texting Alex. I mean, there's always some notification from Haley Beck, their teacher. Most of the conversations that Taylor saw of Haley Beck were Haley Beck talking about food, going to get food with him, and asking if he wants to hang out with her in her classroom. Oh, and Haley Beck has this really weird thing against Taylor. She's telling the detectives there was this one time where she was bringing Miss Beck food and drinks. I don't know if because there would be a lot of times that they would go out to eat and Haley Beck would give them her credit card, and then Alex would buy his food on her credit card, but also bring Haley Beck something back. So I guess Alex told Taylor to bring it to Miss Beck, her food and her drinks. So she goes, Haley Beck would not acknowledge her. And then she goes on to text Alex, never have Taylor have your little girlfriend bring stuff to me again.
This is sad. This is so sad. This is so sad. Not only are you grooming this person, this little boy, or you groomed this little boy, you also are competing with this little boy's girlfriend, who's also a little girl, a child, a teenager. Cause you 20-something. You 20-something, bro. I guess age actually don't matter, right? So it adds to my hypothesis that people don't really grow up. Because what the fuck are we talking about? What? I can't wait, but I ain't gonna lie. I can't wait to see what the comments are gonna say. This shit frying me, bro.
This is getting crazy.
Haley Beck started asking students in my class and my friends, just anybody that like had any relationship with me, random questions about me. Like, she tried to find out him and I's relationship status, like what we did together, how we acted, what I did in my free time, who I talked to, who I hung out with, like really weird things that teachers do. There was also this specific time where she was telling one of the football boys on our team that I was stealing her boyfriend and that she needed to get rid of.
That's not your boyfriend. That is your victim. We can't stop saying this shit. Boyfriend. Yo, come on, please. I feel like that shit is literally being reductive as fuck and trying to diminish the brevity of what's going on now. The same shit that I'm saying about the David case. I hate when people be saying boyfriend, girlfriend. No, victim. This lady is 27. Not only that, she is a teacher. She's doing this nigga's homework. She is trying to battle with the girlfriend who's also a kid. These are kids, bro. I don't give a fuck about nothing you talking about. 18 is a fucking kid to me, bro. Sorry, no, fuck that shit. You are seen as a kid to me. Meaning, do not engage. Because you know what? Last year they were 17. You think people just change from 17 to 18 just like that? No, they don't. No, the fuck they don't. Fuck out of here, man. Come on, stop this shit.
Of me. She would constantly ask the other football boys whether or not Alex and Taylor's relationship was serious and if they were actually really dating. The statement report for Taylor's interview reads, Miss Beck was just weird. She was always flirty and trying to text Alex. Miss Beck would also excuse all of his absences so that he could pass the class. She would give him all A's. Same thing with Miss B, Angela Berlacca. Miss B didn't have Alex as a student, but when he asked her to excuse one of his absences, she would. It was wild.
Bro never came to class, ever. Like, you'd probably see him once every like 2 weeks, week and a half. Never there yet. He still had the best grade than the smartest kid in that class.
What does Miss B teach again?
I think math. And the whole school knew to some degree. Like, they've been receiving tips about this for a while. One tip that the school received was, hello, I hope you're doing well. I'm writing to share a concern regarding Miss Beck and a student that I believe warrants your attention. My sister, redacted, who is a student, has mentioned feeling uncomfortable about Miss Beck's interactions with Alex. She has observed and heard about several instances that seem inappropriate, including frequent communication, texts between Miss Beck and Alex via Snap.
I just want to say one other thing. The school don't give a fuck. The school don't give a fuck. I remember when I was in middle school and telling my main man, $100,000, my teacher that I respected so much that I was getting bullied. Nigga. Imagine the blowback that happened. Schools don't give a shit until you actually give them a reason to give a shit. These institutions don't give a fuck. And this is one of the reasons why people don't come to the proper authorities, because they don't give a fuck. They don't give a shit. And that's the problem. They don't give a shit. How many of these fucking tips do you need to have? I bet you on my mother, fool. I bet you if there was somebody else, they would be on that shit at the first fucking tip, bro. The first fucking tip, bro. Find out about something else. Something else that they actually care about. They be first on that shit. Institutions don't give a shit about nobody but they fucking selves. and a reputation, not even caring that this shit is going to ruin their reputation in the long run. Fuck, dude. Damn.
Snapchat. Miss Beck gives Alex a Christmas gift while not giving anything to other teammates. Miss Beck and
hold on, cause if Alex is going home, his parents not asking him, hold on, where you get that from? You got a little gift. Where was that from? Oh, that was from my teacher, Miss Beck. You know, she looked out for the kid. You know what I'm saying? Here my report card. It's all A's. But wait, I thought I saw you home and not in class. Hey, man, it's all good. I got the hookup. I'm passing, though. Like, you mean to tell me that this dude, you mean to tell me that somebody in high school who may be getting like the pat on the back because he's doing this with the teacher, because you know how that shit be. Why like the parents is not saying, hold on, what's going on? Like what the hell is going on? My parents asked me how school was every fucking day. They asked me what my grades was during the day. They asked me if I was da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I think I'm privileged in school stuff because my grandmama was in the school patrolling. I used to see her in the mirror, or not the mirror, the damn window. I used to see her face in that little square window. I used to see her at lunch. My parents was volunteering, everything. I feel like I'm just at a different type of lens because I used to hope and pray that I would never see my parents in school so I could at least feel like I'm breathing. All right? Imagine somebody that is literally got the hookup with a teacher where they can change their grades. She giving them money. She letting them go out off campus to get some food. She want to hang out with, cuz you think these people ain't not looking at her like no damn lick, bro? And that's beside of the shit of her flirting or the older teacher sending new, bro, like what are we talking about? And honestly, at the end of the day, I see why people be looking at it in a different type of lens, because they know if you give a nigga an inch, they gonna take a mile with it. And that is something that I think is understood when these people is kids. Because you can go back to like how boys is treated versus girls is treated. You give boys a leeway, they gonna start doing the most outrageous shit. You give girls some leeway, they do something, you gonna berate them for the rest of eternity. And I see that. But what I'm thinking is like, again, why are they letting this shit happen? They changing grades. But I guess it don't matter because y'all do that for the top 5 recruit quarterback that's finna go to what? Ole Miss, Indiana, Miami, motherfucker Ohio State, Northwestern, Maryland, all these other stuff. Like, bro, like what the fuck is going on, bro?
Alex have been seen in a vehicle together. My sister and other students have noticed this behavior but are hesitant to report it due to the fear of being labeled as a snitch.
And also, this type of thing will literally be a fucking thing, and it's gonna go off into the ether when everybody grows up. I think that's one of the things why teachers be doing this shit. They think that this is going to just be a fling, and when they graduate, they don't even gotta worry about it. Or maybe they may rinse and repeat. Because there's no way, to me, as somebody who got some common fucking sense in things where I need to have common sense in, there's no way you gonna get away with this. There's no way you think you finna get away with this. The fuck? No, what? The only way you think you're gonna get away with this if you think you're gonna have your hands washed after they graduate. But if you keep talking to them when they graduate, or you think you scot-free, no, we got this shit going on. This stuff is going on. We got tips on you. This shit going on. And not only that, you have a spotlight on you because you on Noah's Beck's fucking TikTok. You know what I'm saying? You 27. Like, what is we doing?
There also seems to be a reluctance to speak up due to the stigma surrounding a male student in this type of situation. While my sister is unwilling to provide further details, I believe other students may be able to share more information if approached. I understand this is a serious concern, and I trust that the school will handle it and the appropriate discretion and urgency will be
They
applied.
won't.
Please
They
let
won't.
me know if there's anything further I can do. Thank you for your time. Best
They won't
regards.
do shit about it.
So did school do anything? Like, is there anybody spoken out?
Yes, the principal did reach out to Haley and stated Haley denied any of the accusations but was receptive to the feedback.
Well, all right. Well, Haley said it didn't happen, so it didn't happen. We believe her, right? But okay.
So they basically just tell Haley, hey, don't be so inappropriate with the kids. Don't act like their friend. That's not even what the tip is. It's not even like, oh, she's being inappropriate. So there's...
School institutions don't care.
There's a lot of...
This is why all these kids is fucking dumb.
Anger in Arizona right now against the school board.
You think they know, they just choose not to do anything?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
yes.
they choose not to do anything because it likely causes a lot of scandal.
Yes. 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 These institutions only care about scandal and trying to brush it under the rug. Because you want to know why? Everybody cares about a fucking scandal. Everybody lets shit slide until a scandal happens. And I'm saying everybody, okay? I'm saying everybody as somebody who faces scandals or cancellations, head the fuck on. You trying to protect something, but at what cost? These kids just being fucked over, and it's just rinse and repeat. All this shit going on. This is why I say stuff is different, bro. This is why I say stuff is different. When I was a dumb little kid or a dumb kid in high school, all this other stuff, there was smart niggas in my class that told me what was right and what was wrong. I knew what was right and wrong, but they gave me nuance. These kids nowadays don't give no fucking nuance. They don't give nuance like that. Some of these kids can't fucking read, bro.
And when you're dealing with this Centennial High School seems like a heavy football school. And if you ever go to like a football heavy high school, it's just really they act like they're part of the fucking NFL.
As somebody who went to a heavy football and basketball high school, I can name as many people that came from my high school or my area. This place right here, the DMV, it breeds athletes to go to the NFL or the NBA. As an area that may be in Arizona, that's one of those places where they breed athletes. You can count down, if you actually give a fuck to do the research, imagine how many people come from DC, Maryland, and Virginia that are in the National Football League, the NBA. These schools don't give a fuck. All right? They don't care. Okay? I grew up around fucking Kevin Durant and Michael Beasley, all these other people. I know that y'all don't care, but I just want to put it in perspective. These places where the only way to actually make it out is music, football, and hopefully some academics. But the main places to make it is in sports and entertainment and music. These are the main places to make it. To actually make it to where it gives a fuck. When that is a thing, the school will acquiesce. I know Stephanie's saying like they think they're going to the NFL, but the pipeline for that is so crazy that I don't think like Stephanie is just like tapped in. So that's just it. I grew up around these people. Okay? These people in the league, all these leagues and shit, I grew up around these people. I know some people in the NFL. They were my real good friends. I know some people in the NBA. It's just like, fool, when we right here in these type of places, they don't give a fuck about education. You have to be somebody that like supersedes that shit to like pursue education further than high school. You have to actually give a fuck. And how are you going to give a fuck when a school doesn't give a fuck about you for real? They only give a fuck if you're able to go to the league and send some money back so you can make a good auditorium. I remember at Bowie State when Kevin Durant gave us $5 million. Guess what the fuck they did? They built another fucking building. Everything else was ass. They built another fucking building. Ugh. This might be an anecdotal like rant, but bro, like this shit is really throwing me off. I really hate like just circumventing education for gain for something that's not gonna mean shit in the future. But nah, it's good though that y'all got a good building. Nah, it's good though that y'all got this, that, and the third. Oh, it's good that the person that grew up in this fucked up place that's getting gentrified every single year and people can't even afford to live here. People can't even have good fucking ways to live here. Good education, can't have that. Oh, now y'all bringing a data center over here. Oh, so this is I said we're gonna reach an hour. We got 9 minutes left, or 8 minutes left. Come on. I'm passionate about this shit, bro. I'm sorry. I'm really passionate about this shit. I ain't gonna hold you. This shit is really fucking crazy. Like, just seeing Stephanie's face, it's like, she don't know, bro. She don't know. Growing up around shit like that, it's like, fuck. People don't care unless you do this, that, and the third. It's just like, fuck, dude.
I don't know how to describe it. And I do think that there is some understanding to that in the sense of like a lot of these kids, they do start their entire NFL career in high school, obviously.
Yes.
But the way that they don't want any sort of scandal involving their athletic teams.
That's because people give a fuck about the athletic teams more or less in high school because it hinders them getting offers to multiple schools. Like, say if you got a scandal, you might not get like a scholarship or a football scholarship to Michigan. And y'all know what happened with the coach from Michigan? He did some fucked up shit and fucked up the whole program and everything. Like, they're trying to protect their pockets and protect their assets. They use these kids as assets.
And I think if there is a victim of a teacher, it doesn't look good with all the parents.
Yeah.
I think it's easier for the school board to ignore it. And this is exactly how receptive to feedback Haley Beck was. Haley Beck messages Alex that she's in a teacher's group chat with Angela Berlacca and the other teachers, and she texts, "In a group with Berlacca for our meeting, feels so wrong." Alex laughs at the message because she's likely referencing the fact that she saw Angela Berlacca's videos that were sent to Alex. But she's almost acting like, oh, your ex-girlfriend's in the room with me. Like, it's so weird.
Yeah.
What do you mean? The other predator is in the room with you, also a predator? And you're going to tell the victim that and that you feel weird about it?
Bro, this is literally what I said earlier. Nobody gives a fuck if the victim is a guy. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Thank you, Stephanie, for actually acknowledging this bullshit. That's just what it is.
Later, word spreads about a potential investigation into Berlacca. Haley messages Alex, like, what am I supposed to do about this right now? If I don't provide later, like, you can call me lame. And he's like, deal. So the provide, we're going to get to that context later. But she's like, kind of freaking out. Delete everything about me in your phone, probably. I don't think it's about you, though. So she's saying, like, I'm freaking out about this investigation. And the victim is like, delete everything about me in your phone, probably.
Obviously, this nigga's stupid as shit. Nothing is deleted. He probably don't even know that they can like go into like the fucking Wayback Machine, but the FBI edition, and get what the hell is going on if they need to get that. He don't know that. He just a nigga on Snapchat.
I don't think it's about you, though. I think Miss B is in some shit, and they're trying to get me in for questioning. Haley
in questioning.
Beck is saying, everything has been deleted. You do the same. But let me know what it's about. I'm nervous. I have no clue. I think she just got caught up with some other kids, and they said my name, and it got brought up.
Are these texts or Snapchat?
Some of these are Snapchat. Yeah.
Wow.
I have something to give you also. Okay, so as long as it's about her, I just got an email about Berlacca. What's the email about? Haley screenshots the email about Angela Berlacca being placed on administrative leave. Haley then asks, I wonder who said something. Are you gonna have to call the police? Just don't text me right now. They can eat a dick. I don't know anything at all. Okay, I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know what's going on.
This nigga said, it's a whole investigation. He over here talking about they can eat a dick. What? What?
Right, well, I hope you're not like weird with me or something, but okay.
That's what you worried about? You next. You is next.
Wait.
There is an investigation going on into Angela Berlacca, and Haley Beck is worried about him being weird with her, like pulling away from her.
What is going on in her head?
He's the one that's like, delete everything, like, get a grip.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, nah, just trying not to create any new situations. I mean, you see this shit in front of your face. Like, just wanting to be like updated about your stuff, really. Like, yeah, this is like a you and me thing, though. Not that it's right, but others were involved with her, so no need to get automatically standoffish with me, though. He goes on to state that the police, quote, they showed up at my door banging on it at 6 a.m. on the first day of school and fucked up every plan we had up there. Didn't get to talk to any coaches or any people or anything. Wait, what? They came to your house?
Yeah, the police came to his fucking house. Yes. They came to his fucking house. The fuck are we talking about? Yes. What?
I gotta go. Delete this shit. You're being weird, but okay.
Yo, my jaw is...
Yeah, I know, right? I'm being weird. The fucking police came to my house, but some shit that you started. Nigga, what? You the adult. You saying I'm being weird, girl. You been weird. The police at my house banging at the door at 6 a.m. But I'm being weird. Word? All right, for sure. For sure.
On the ground.
Yeah.
What is going on?
If you were to redact both names in the messages, it's hard to say which ones are Haley Beck and which ones are the victim, because at times it appears the victim seems to have a stronger grip on reality and the circumstances, and that's not excusing anything for Haley Beck. That's just emphasizing how perverted everything is. Even the victim is more aware of the happenings and what the implications could be rather than Haley, the perpetrator. And somehow it all gets worse, exponentially worse, with all the other messages between Haley Beck and her student. It doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, it is usually a highly coordinated event to go to the movies. You have to make sure you're in the right parking lot, you have the right tickets, the right seat, and then when you're done watching the movie, you have to make sure that your eyes quickly adjust to the sunlight outside before you call your partner. Because they're at the house going through everything. Your partner is going through the trash, the laundry baskets. It is invasive, but that is exactly how you carry out a search warrant. Haley is at the movies with one of her girlfriends, age-appropriate girlfriends, when one of the cops are searching her entire apartment. When she gets back, she's asking, well, can I go into the apartment and grab some water?
No!
It's like a secret search, or?
It's a search warrant, so they typically don't want the target inside the house.
Oh, so they told her to leave.
No, they were just scouting. So one partner is in the car watching Haley, driving around, following her. She goes into the movies, and the other partner is at Haley's house. They get in through management, and they're searting the entire apartment.
So they don't even need to tell her. It's like...
They do need to tell her when she gets back.
But they can search first and then tell her? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they get back. And Haley is grabbing water. You know, they're trying to watch her so that she's not touching anything. She's just at the kitchen sink. And that's when not Haley, but her friend that she went to the movies with, turns to one of the cops and says, hey, you were sitting behind us at the movies.
Yeah, you're being investigated.
And that's how you execute a search warrant.
Did she get caught by shock, or is this already in the midst of this investigation she's aware of?
She's aware of Angela Berlacca being investigated, but I don't think that she knew that she was being investigated.
So this is a total surprise.
Yeah. To her, because I think that she's
She thought everything was good. She wanted to maintain this relationship, or whatever.
I think it's a shock to her because she has nothing in that mind of hers other than predatory intentions. But with someone who might have had a few more neurons, they would not be surprised.
Right. So she came home. She's like, "Whoa, police just went."
Exactly.
Okay.
And she's like, "Okay, well, let me talk to the officers." And she says, "No, my relationship with the student Alex has been strictly professional." She did connect with him over Instagram over the summer because she just felt like he was in a weird place. Some context to note, Alex is going to be transferring from Centennial High School in Arizona to a separate high school in San Diego, California. And this was already planned before the investigation, but it does get ramped up because of the investigation. And I believe from the police report and all of the other little nuggets of information that we're getting from other parents, it seems like he was doing the transfer because it would increase his chances of getting scouted for, I don't know, college football or something of that.
Arizona to Dago? You trying to go to SDSU? Okay, I guess. All right.
That sort. So she connected with him over Instagram over the summer, and she just thought that he was in a weird place about transferring to a new school in California, so she wanted to be there for him. And according to the police report, quote, Haley said she felt like she and Alex had a good student-teacher relationship, and he felt comfortable talking about issues with her. Haley said that she and Alex did not follow each other on Instagram, but that Alex was giving her a heads up about leaving. And quote, Haley told me her brother has a significant following on social media. It was just like so random. The officer writes, I had conducted research prior to speaking with Haley and learned Haley's brother, Noah Beck, is a high-income social media personality. Okay. Noah Beck is reported to have 33.5 million followers on TikTok, 7.8 million followers on Instagram, and over 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube. So? Noah has a reported net worth to be anywhere between $3 to $6 million as of 2024. Noah was listed in Forbes 30 under 30 social media in 2023. The police report reads, next, I told Haley I had received information that there had been complaints about other staff and students about Haley's relationship with Alex.
Why did we get Noah's shit? Like, why does that matter? What?
I provided examples of hearing about inappropriate messages and being seen together in public. I asked Haley if there was any truth to any of these accusations. Haley said that she would go to away football games with other staff members to support the team. She denied any times intentionally meeting up with Alex in public. She provided examples of randomly seeing Alex at local restaurants, but was never a planned meeting. Haley said Alex's residence is a few blocks from her parents' house. She described an incident where she was walking her dog while house sitting for her parents and happened to see Alex. Haley denied ever trying to seek Alex out or make any type of plan to meet up with him. Further, it reads, when asked why allegations of an inappropriate relationship between Haley and Alex would be made against her, she chuckled and said she had a few ideas. Haley said Alex is a very sociable person and popular at school. He is, quote, good with his words, and she has seen it in action when Alex talks to girls in class.
So he's so good with his words, he was able to swoon a teacher?
Haley continued and said the previous semester, Alex's attendance was poor. She had voiced to Alex, and he said that going to college was important to him. So Haley helped Alex with his attendance by opening up her classroom to him after school to make up for his attendance. She felt because of this, the rumors started about Alex and Haley. She said that she is equally close to her soccer students, but because they're girls, that's not talked about. She has confided in other teachers and was told, yeah, younger teachers go through this. She also just like casually brings up a lot of students go to the pool at her apartment complex, so they would know where she lives, which sounds very convenient.
And also, I don't know what they do in Arizona, but you need to have authorization to go to a pool at an apartment complex. But okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people can just like spawn at the pool with no authorization. Okay.
I told Haley that it had been brought up during the investigation. There was a video of Haley performing oral sex on Alex, and I asked if that were true. Haley adamantly denies and said absolutely not. Like, that is one thing I would say 100% deny. She said it was insane that this would even be alleged. I then asked Haley if there was ever a sexual relationship with Alex before or after he turned 18, and she said no. Haley was adamant Alex has never come to her apartment, and she has never had a relationship outside of a student-teacher relationship. I'm still unsure exactly how many times someone has to be bonked on the head to get to the point where they truly believe that they can delete shit off their devices. But I think the number is low considering how many people are under this impression that out of sight, out of mind. Okay, surely if it doesn't show up on my end of the screen, police can't find it. In the span of 1.5 months, there are 4,000 messages between Haley, Beck, and Alex. Haley Beck is a teacher. Alex is still a student. Yes, he's 18 years old, but honestly, in my book, that means nothing. He's still her student. She's in the position of power. It doesn't matter that he's 18.
Exactly.
It's stated in the police report that these messages started when he was 16 years old. Although most of the messages included in the police report are when he's 18, but they started when he was 16. Here is pretty much every single message detailed in the 200-page police report. And though Haley Beck has not been arrested nor charged with anything as of right now, I feel, based off the messages, that crimes have been committed. We will just have to see.
I feel that crimes are being committed too, but at the end of the day, as of right now, I don't think she's going to face reprimandation. I don't think she's going to face anything. And that's just what it is. The only thing that I feel like she's going to face is public scrutiny. And honestly, it might go to Noah Beck. The internet is the internet, bro. If she gets off this shit scot-free, she's not going to be able to escape this. That's what I think. I could be wrong. I'm open to being wrong, you know?
If charges are pressed, but here are text messages with strong evidentiary value. I will note that some messages are missing context. I'm excluding the parts that seem irrelevant and then filling in some contextual gaps as we go. But one message thread reads, and this is Haley trying to find a way to meet up with Alex, which seems to be something that she consistently does. She is always the one trying to see him, meet up with him, initiating plans to see him. She texts, well, are we like picking up drive-thru? Like, what's the vibe? I don't got all day. I gotta get ready to leave at 7 a.m. tomorrow, but probably like a car mukbang. And then the police report is like detailing what a mukbang is. And then he just requests money, which she sends the requested amount, which it's unclear how much this time, but it's always like $20 or $30 each time. But it adds up very quickly, like I said. Haley sends him the money, and then she texts, you know, you could always just get your nut off with me.
Like doing it?
Yeah. And when he tells her that she's sick, because she's sick in the head, she says, God forbid a girl offer her services. You're not a girl, you're a 27-year-old woman and a teacher who would probably be better off behind bars. But he responds, you're funny. But I'm also serious. Just call me if you're feeling crazy. He laughs at her message, maybe tonight. Or we could keep it PG and get froyo, but like, you know, all it takes is me just driving to you, so. Yep, I'll see. I feel bad, but I want to go to the dispo. The dispo is like a marijuana dispensary, but I can't because I have a dinner right now and I have to pack and shit still, so it's going to be closed by the time that I can leave.
I ain't never heard somebody say a fucking dispo. This is how you know this some young nigga shit, bro. Dispo? Dispo? Also, she literally just like offered up some, you know what? This is sad. This is so sad. This is sad. This is sad.
So I'm asking you if you can go for me and just like pick that up, then I'll hit you when I'm done with dinner. Yeah, I can do that. What? So you want me to like grab something from Dispo and then come to you?
Nigga, I don't, oh my gosh. Like, this is so sad. Not only is she a predator, she's getting spun. By an 18-year-old. This is sad.
I'm still here at sushi downtown, so that buys you some time. No, don't come straight here. Wait till I text you. Don't text me though.
Is marijuana legal there?
No.
Yeah, but
oh, it is?
That's crazy.
A teacher buying.
Yeah. Holy.
Yeah.
You want to know why they're buying it? Because he can't buy it yet.
Just get another like infused, any flavor, to be honest. Don't text. I'll text you later. Just stay at my place. I'll drive you to the airport tomorrow. Joking. Loki might ask you to. Whatevs. I'm on my way now. If you don't hear from me in 15, send a search party because I probably crashed from falling asleep. Then he sends, go down the street behind mine and come from the other side to my house, like the back part where the two streets connect.
Bro, this nigga is telling you directions to sneak into his crib. You are almost 10 years older than cuz. Like, you have to buy him his gas. You have to buy him his weed.
If you can't, just let me know and I'm a dip. Okay, come to house.
I'm a dip.
I did. So she's not only grooming him, she's providing him funds and marijuana, likely to continue her sick control over him. And throughout the text messages, you're going to see many moments where he tries to turn her down or subtly.
You know, the thing about this is it's very different. And I'm gonna be so real with you all, and this probably will be something that can coincide with the guy wanting it or victim blaming, is that it goes back to you give an inch, they take a mile. If you're seen as a lick, you're going to be used as a lick. But at the end of the day, the fault resides on the adult that should not allow this shit. And that's where I stand at, regardless of the gender. Because the way he's talking to her, to me, it seems like he sees her as a sugar mama and she's okay with it. The thing that makes this wrong is that this is grooming. But again, switch the roles, switch the genders. If a girl is demanding you do this, that, and the third, we look at the adult as a predator. The difference in gender is always interesting to me, and as somebody who understands the difference. But regardless if a underage person or someone who has been groomed sees an adult that should have stopped this thing as a lick, not really batting an eye to it. Yeah, he saw you as a lick. You shouldn't have did this in the first place. But I understand the difference between the roles reversing.
He turns her down without outright saying no, because again, this is a situation where she has all the power, but she doesn't get it. Or in my opinion, she doesn't care. She keeps coercing him to meet up with him. In another instance, she's texting Alex, gotta catch me today before my period starts tomorrow, I think. He dislikes it, to which Haley, the predator, gets offended. Why did you thumbs that down? The fuck? I won't be seeing you today unless you pick me up from the airport and just devour my shit. I thought I can't since you have to go get your dad. They text back and forth, coordinating this airport pickup, and Haley, the predator, decides to ask the very pertinent question of,
why she changed to Haley the predator? Oh my gosh.
I don't know how I'm supposed to, quote, devour you if I'm driving and dropping you off. At the crib, out front. It's so sus doing it during the day. But okay, whatever you say. Come inside, not chill, like car it is. If no one was home, then yeah, preferably that. But I guess I'll settle for being a rebellious teen. So she's saying that she was willing to do it in the car in the middle of the day. And Alex is laughing at this. And I think it's one of the reasons that this case has, again, gone so viral, especially through the messages, is the fact that the victim in real time calls her out on her predatory behavior, and she does not care. And I don't want to say delusional because that almost gives her a pass. She's just disgusting and won't let, she's just disgusting.
I want to be real. Somebody who's been preyed on, some ladies don't care of being a predator. There's a bunch of shit that I've seen. There was this thing on TikTok where there was like a that there was like a what's it called, street interview, and this guy asked a good amount of ladies that said, what would you do if your man or your partner says he's not feeling having sex right now or tonight? They said they would rape him. That's what they said. I'll probably find a video about that and just show you. This is what people are saying. Honestly, and in terms of stuff like this, is why I chalk it up to it's not men's time to get the, or maybe they don't even, or the majority of men don't even care, but it's just like not their time to get like support for being abused as, you know, men, as boys, as whatever. Because at the end of the day, it may come off as like they don't want the support, or the patriarchy influences them to think that that's a good thing, and it's not. But at the end of the day, if somebody says, oh no, I'm good for a good amount of years, who are you to say, yo, you're a victim? If they're okay with it, then that's just what it is. But this shit is really crazy, and it's also a slippery slope that I think that also endangers women. Again, from what I said in the beginning, there are a bunch, well, I'm saying me being black, and there's a bunch of black boys that will tell you, like, there were aunties, older women saying, I can't wait till you turn 18. You my little boyfriend. I can't wait till you turn 18. Like, or what was it in the movie Precious? Literally, she said, Precious, come make mommy feel good. Like, bro. It's disgusting. But at the end of the day, we just have to chalk it up as disgusting. Because people don't care. Nobody fucking cares. And you want to know why nobody cares? The same thing that they say, who made that system up? To me, I feel like that is a cop-out. But I understand why you may feel that's a cop-out. And you may think that is a mic drop. But I feel like that's a mic drop in this moment in time. Doesn't make it right, but the time now is to have those mic drops for women. And honestly, for me, it's like, just bask in whatever you want to bask in, bro. Because I don't think, it's not men's time. And that's just me. I'm not no type of meninist type of person. I just want to just say what it is. Like, to me, it's fucked up. It's very fucked up. But I'm somebody who would like to make a solution out of a situation. And right now, I think probably in 5 to 10 years, this will actually be a problem in the sense of a 30% type scale. Because like femicide and all this other stuff is 110+% type thing. So to the point where misandry isn't even seen as prevalent as misogyny is. Because we're also on the tail end of the red pill era. So there's that. It's all weird to me. It's just weird. I would say shout out to Stephanie, and also as somebody, because Stephanie literally has said like multiple times in these videos, is like, I don't want to side with a man, or I'm not on the man's side. Like, she said stuff like this. I'm paraphrasing, but she said stuff like this. But I'm going to be honest with you. Saying she's a fucking predator, it really makes my heart warm. Just her saying that, it makes my heart warm. And I'll just leave it at that. Y'all heard my stories about stuff that's happened to me. There's other stories that I haven't told you, but just it makes my heart warm. There's somebody I hold so much of a high respect to. It makes I'd say it makes me feel recognized just off the simple fact of like what happened was wrong. Literally. And that's just it. And at the end of the day, I will still support the other side of the coin. You know what I'm saying? But it does like give me a little bit of like, oh, it feels good. It feels good. Thank you, Stephanie. It really feels good. Stephanie's a good fucking person, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. She's a great fucking person. I hope I can meet her one day. She's a great person. I ain't gonna lie.
Alex points out to Haley, the teacher, yep, just like always, a big kid stuck in high school, fucking a high schooler. Crazy, the world we live in, am I right?
Damn,
Haley,
he said that.
yeah. And this is, okay, I don't want to like psychoanalyze people, right? But I think this is a situation where clearly the victim he knows he's not in a position of power. He even rants to his girlfriend that if he stops texting Haley Beck, she might fail his class.
However, Haley doesn't seem like the type of person that would lash out like that from what I'm seeing. And I'm not trying to victim blame, but I'm just trying to make and I'm sorry if it seems like I'm victim blaming. It seems like he has a way to manipulate Haley, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Because regardless of what you do, there's like a thing where the absolute type of power supersedes everything. Like say, and this is a thing that I'm thinking about right now, like say I'm somebody who thinks pussy runs the world. However, men are able to encompass that patriarchy and say like because me, I know that, well, not know, like I have a theory that whatever women think is okay or think that they think is sexy, men follow. And that's for like the regular man. But in certain situations of power, the woman obviously controls, say like say like in a work relationship, the man is able to fire, hire, do this, that, and the third. And they try to, and this is the hypothetical, is a hypothetical, they try to put their power onto, say, a secretary. And for me, I believe that once you cross, because I believe men's most vulnerable state is their lust, and their lust can and will literally be the downfall of them. And we see this all the time, that like that power struggle to, say, a CEO trying to have sexual relations with a secretary or somebody that works for them, that power of the pussy is powerful enough to make that man kneel, but there is a power, an absolute power, that they can fire them and fuck their life up if they have enough resources to do so. But also, there is a thing where they can use their trump card. Sorry for using the trump card. They can use their trap card and saying, hey, you use your power to do this, but it also depends on how the public thinks about this. You know what I'm saying? How the public thinks about this. Because as a woman who is being preyed upon, you have to be like the perfect victim. And I think that's not right, being the perfect victim, because there's never a perfect victim, because we're humans and nothing is ever perfect. And that's where we have to that's where we have to think about the nuance of everything. Like, this person is in a position of power, so they know what they're doing is imposing the power on the person at the expense of them not knowing the power in their pussy or in their vagina. So also that is also tapping into their power as the person above it. They think they can fire higher and fire. But at the end of the day, and what we have seen now is that some women are able to get their power back and put some pressure on the man that used that power. And what happens? They settle in court, or they make an arrangement. They sign an NDA. They sign this. They sign that. They sign this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, for me, and I think I'm losing track of the conversation or the tangent, is that at the end of the day, if that person in power didn't impose that power on that person to put them in situations to make them decide on what's going on, then nothing would happen, because people literally judge. I think people judge decisions rather than trying to understand their choices. And I think that's a thing for all aspects. You know what I'm saying? Shit is crazy. Shit is just crazy, bro.
And then he probably would lose his scholarship, like his entire future. And I think him being mean to her is not him being mean.
He's
if
just
you've
mean.
been kidnapped and you're mean to your kidnapper, does it suddenly mean that you were in the position of power?
Yeah.
No, he's just a mean ass motherfucker. But at the end of the day, that adult is has that power. They have that power. They have the power to say stop this shit. They have the power to say stop this shit.
Haley responds, like, why are you complaining and making me feel bad? Like, you're getting basically a relationship out of me without the arguments and constant need for commitment and reassurance, so you're welcome. Alex thumbs up the message and responds, not necessarily complaining, clutch. Sugar mama for real, porn star, all the perks for real, cars, hotel, even the apartment, what a gal. Yeah, and all the while you have a girlfriend on the side.
Haley, you're the side.
But at least you know that I'm not going to start with arguments with you randomly. Like, I don't know if this is supposed to be a compliment or offensive. Compliment. You're just not in a porn star body, that's all. Alex then likes the
bro, he's still literally degrading her. Oh my gosh.
Comment that he has a girlfriend on the side, and he responds, I live a wild life, what can I say? And he responds to Haley saying that at least she doesn't start arguments with him randomly, to which Alex responds, cap. And Haley's response is, and there's the insult.
Not saying that you're...
Is it really an insult if it's just a fact? So is this you admitting you have a girlfriend? Because if that's the case, I'm not doing nothing with you.
You know he has a girlfriend, bro. Like, I don't want to play semantics.
I don't have a girlfriend for real. Okay, thank you. I really hope you aren't trolling me though. Because weirdly, like, that is when I would cut everything off. Like, us being cool, just like my physical and money services. So I hope you aren't lying just to keep it.
He's lying. Oh my gosh, why do I feel like this is just turning so sad?
More on the money part later, but she's talking about her services, and Alex laughs at the message and he responds, nah, for sure. I mean, if I was 27 and I had a boyfriend that was a cop, she's dating a cop.
Wait, what?
Allegedly.
What?
While I'm breaking the law.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And where is he in all of this?
We don't know. Probably not involved.
Mind blown. That's fucking crazy.
And he points it out. He's like, I mean, if I was 27 and I had a boyfriend that was, in caps, a cop, while I'm breaking the law with my student, I'd probably be conservative with my services as well. But I don't know. I don't have any insight. That's just a thought. Then later in messages, Haley messages that she's just about 20 minutes away, which is, quote, not too bad to go see him. And she says, so when you leave the gym, I'll leave. He's like, I just left. Okay, so should I leave? I'm just trying to get my dick sucked, so you let me know. Yeah, so I can leave. I'll be there in like 20. All right. Like 5 away. Do you want me to pull up in front of your house? A little before, not in a light.
Bro!
So like not at the light, I guess.
Okay, cool. Not at the light, I guess. This is going to be something that is going to be finished tomorrow.
There in 2. Literally, I was already like walked out fresh out of the shower, and as soon as I get downstairs, the sharpest pain in my stomach ever. Straight bubble guts.
Ugh.
So he's saying like his stomach hurts.
This is the same thread?
Yeah. It's unclear if she met up with him and assaulted him, but I don't know how much clearer the messages can be that something has at least on multiple occasions occurred. But there are further messages where they're making more plans to meet up once more. And of course, it's always Haley initiating. Let me know if you need me tomorrow during your tattoo time, because I'm going to be in Scottsdale. Then I have to make my way back over here by 6 for Pilates. But then after, if you're not doing anything, we can get froyo. My period started, so I have an excuse. She then quickly messages, but good thing I can still use my mouth, which Alex laughs at her message. In another thread of messages, Haley is talking about eating, and she says, no, for real, I can't wait to put this burrito in my mouth.
Bro, stop. She gotta stop. Oh my gosh. Ugh.
Alex responds, wow, want to put something else in your mouth? I mean, yeah, dumb question. All right, for sure. Let me know when you're outside. Nah, I wish, but I'm staying at my friend's tonight. That's why I'm saying tomorrow. Lame. I know, bummer. What are you doing tomorrow? Take your 30-year-old ass home. What are you still having sleepovers for? Shaking my damn head.
What the hell?
I'm hungry. Fuck, my house is empty. I'm gonna go to sleep. Like, he's again calling her out like, you're fucking 30. Like, I don't think this is aggression about a sleepover. It's just like...
Yeah.
And she's like, because I drank and I'm being responsible. I'm about to smoke a selfie. I don't know what that means.
Smoke a selfie?
Okay, but...
About to smoke a selfie? What?
Here we go. Brother, what are you doing tomorrow? I'll suck your dick then. You're gonna pass out. I don't know yet, okay? I know, after I eat this burrito, I'm gonna pass out. Okay, well, add me to your plans. If I get an opening, I should. Oh, cut it. You don't know what you're doing, but you're saying that if you get an opening? Okay, interesting. Like, prioritize me if you want my mouth around your D.
Girl.
And she spells it out, but... Even the police are getting dumbfounded on how to label these messages, with the description of this text thread just being, quote, in these messages, Haley and Alex have a conversation about the Kesha concert Haley attended, and there is reference about Haley performing oral sex, and Haley blatantly tells Alex she will suck your dick tomorrow. In another set of messages, Haley offers to come see Alex and help him turn his brain off, to which he responds quite vulgarly, and just get my balls licked. Sure, if that's what you want, balls licked, sucked, let's run it. I don't even... But like, come now if you're at all available, or just confirm you'll come at 11 so I know to stay up, LOL, before I get too tired to perform well. In another message, Alex states outright disturbingly, bro, you blow my shit every chance you get. Taylor, Alex's girlfriend, tells the police, again, Haley would just always send money, and it was so random. Alex figured that he could take it to his advantage because then he wouldn't need a part-time job and he could focus on football. So he would just text things to Haley like, hey, you want to get me a pizza? And Haley would just like promptly send over $30. If Alex was leaving campus for lunch, Haley would give him her card to buy lunch. Alex's girlfriend Taylor would state that there was at least one instance where Haley Beck sent Alex money only if he, quote, come over and watch a movie with me. It's nasty, unclear to Taylor if he ever went to watch a movie, but like, it was weird. And it's pretty clear to authorities that it doesn't just seem like Haley Beck used her power imbalance over Alex. She also seemingly tried to control him with her money. And again, it's easy for someone to say, oh, well, the victim could have easily just gotten a part-time job and like they didn't want to do this because they wanted the money and they didn't want to cut it off. That's not true at all. There are multiple instances where Alex tells his girlfriend that he's worried that if he cuts off Haley Beck, that she's going to retaliate. And in any situation, regardless of their age, it's not unnatural for victims to then start thinking, well, at least I can try and get something out of this situation, because it's easier for our brains to process that than it is to process abuse. There are messages between Haley and Alex is texting her, are you going to be daily allowance service for this trip? So I'm not sure what trip it is. It could be like an away game, family vacation, but Haley is not attending. And Alex inquires, do we set a benchmark or do I just ask by the item? Like, what are we thinking here? Haley sends him a photo of a phone game with the words, have you ever played this game? I feel like you would like it. And then she responds to him, this sounds like an official business deal. I don't know about deal, more about communication. Yeah, communication is always good. Don't get too crazy with the demands, but I'm sure we can work something out.
Bro, he's been getting crazy this whole time. Like, I ain't gonna lie. The way Cuz is talking, he need to have his mouth washed out with some soap. Like, on some old head shit, bro. But we still putting that to the side in that baggie. Girl, you are sick. This is sick.
LMAO, nothing you haven't seen before, probably just when I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat probably at this connection in Houston. So I think he's talking about a layover.
Okay.
It's fun, referring to the game. Anyways, go get some food. He requests money. Haley sends the money, and she also sends a picture of her neck. She appears to be outside tanning, and her neck is exposed, and her head is tilted to one side, and there's like a red mark on her neck.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
and he writes, "Oh goodness, you're gonna have skin cancer." Haley responds, "I'm talking about the hickey." He doesn't seem to care much, okay? At all. Then in another conversation soon after, Alex texts Haley, "Hey, sugar mommy, nice to hear from you at the perfect time.
Bro.
Look at you being telepathically connected to me." Haley laughs at the message, but she responds, "You better suck up right now because I cried myself to sleep last night because you didn't say love you back."
Bro.
I also decided I don't like the title of sugar mommy. It makes me feel used. Alex responds, "Oh gosh, what title do you prefer? Crybaby?" Watch it. I'm just being dramatic. I didn't cry, but I was visibly shocked. I prefer like darling or doll, always suffices. I fell asleep, big whoop. And then he requests money. And he writes, "Sugar baby requesting money from dollface sugar mama." Later, Haley Beck texts, "If I cut you off from the money benefit from all of this, I really fear you would never speak to me. I don't know if we should try to find out. Is that a threat? I think you would miss me for just like a little bit. But enjoy your expensive Fort Lauderdale pregnant lady beach tacos."
What?
I don't know what that, like, I guess he bought tacos from Fort Lauderdale. He responds that he probably would miss her. And then she responds, "No, I was just thinking of like how we started off. Literally nothing to do with money. How did we get to this point? Man. Back then, like, you liked me for me and not my bank. You also sometimes like me for something that doesn't even require money, but obviously no can do right now." He responds, "No, whatever you was doing the other night with your tongue, don't let that get out of your inventory for real. Keep that in your back pocket ready to go." The text messages between Haley and Alex have obviously gone viral, with netizens wanting Haley Beck to get a freaking grip because of how humiliating the interactions are. Generally, the messages could be classified as pathetic if they were not so predatory. Like, there's this one part where Haley threatens to cut off the abuse. She's like, "Oh, well, you're never going to see me again." And he responds,
wow.
"When I visit home, I'm coming to beat them cheeks up."
Yeah.
And she says, "I smiled, but then I said, ew." And he calls her a freak. He's like, "Freak." And she's responding, "If my was weak, then what's the point even? Cry me a river. When are you going to visit home? Like, no need for me to cry. I'll just S your D, and then you can shut the fuck up about it." One netizen comments, "The way she keeps trying to convince herself he's into her, and he just makes it abundantly clear that he isn't."
Like, he's a fucking dick, bro. Oh my
In another
gosh.
text message thread, Haley vents, "I'm glad you still refer to me as your sugar mama. I thought my services were being retired. Yup, you're my lifelong side piece.
Oh my
I'm gonna get
goodness.
sick of side piece eventually. I'll need an upgraded title. 8 hours of meetings today, I'm gonna kill myself." Well, that's not my decision. What do you mean? You're the old lady here. If you
Bro.
seek a relationship your age, I can't be anything than your side piece. You're playing with fire, not me. You think I'll still fuck with you even when I'm in a relationship? 100% dick to fire. I was gonna ask if you'd still fuck with me if you were in one, but you literally did. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been locked in a relationship, but technically I am, so I guess you could say that. I don't really care, to be honest. I cheat. You are?
Okay.
Like, again? She's like so concerned he's in a relationship. When I come home, I'm gonna see her for sure. She's like a sloth on a tree. She's not letting go.
That's rude.
Later, Haley sends him the song "Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored" by Ariana Grande.
I never heard that song.
To which Alex responds, "Jesus Christ. Teehee, oh relax, live a little." One comment about these exchanges reads, "She gives major unpopular girl in high school that had a glow up and is trying to recreate their high school experience vibes. It's embarrassing." So there was this whole conversation online about Haley Beck either being a loser in high school who wants to try and live out her high school dreams now that she's in the position of power so she could actually force the cool high school students to do whatever she wanted. But
What?
as a high school loser, that's not true. Okay, so all the high school losers are standing up and we're like, we would never step foot in another high school again. Like, usually people who were losers in high school will never become a high school teacher. Because you have so many like traumatic memories. Like, okay, sure, maybe they're not that traumatic, but in your mind, it was so developmentally traumatic. You're like, when I see high schoolers, I'm like, I'm getting traumatic flashbacks. I gotta go.
Man.
No one wants that. And then people start digging up Haley Beck's high school life. She was apparently very popular in high school.
Really?
She was prom royalty.
Oh,
She
wow.
was dating an athlete. She always hung out with the popular kids. She was allegedly a bit of a pick-me who liked to think that she was the main character, which seems very
Oh,
evident
Lord.
based off the messages she's sending.
my
But
goodness.
comments about that read, peaked in high school and reliving the glory days is actually worse than the loser from high school trying to be popular. If
Man.
she weren't a child predator, I would pity her. Another comment reads, "This was always my assumption. I don't know anyone who was unpopular in high school that wants to go back and relive it. Usually those are for people who peaked in high school." And Haley is...
That is really crazy. When I only think about high school when like I randomly think about it. Like it's almost been 10 years, bro. In 2027, it's 10 years since I was in high school. And when you look at that, it's like, wow, first off, I definitely forgot. Sometimes I forget that I was even in high school. That shit is crazy. It's been almost 10 years since I graduated high school. Holy shit. Holy shit.
It's going to get worse. She's going to go to the Post Malone concert.
Okay.
Haley Beck is. And she tells Alex that she's going to give him $5 for every compliment. And she sends him a photo of her outfit.
Wait, just like compliment me.
$5 for her outfit?
Yeah. Haley sends a mirror selfie. She's wearing black boots, blue shorts, a black sleeveless shirt, and like a brown white trucker style hat. It's taken in what appears to be her bedroom, and she sends it with the words, "Posty fit check. One compliment gets you $5 gas money." And he says, "Well, I'm gonna have to shell out about 5 compliments. Better start now." "Well, no, now they're forced. I don't want them anymore." "It's too late." He responds, "I think your boots are very fitting. They proportion well on your legs. Plus $5. I think your top is cute because of the fray lacy look. Plus $5. I think the hat is fire.
Plus $5.
Okay, belt. I see that. Plus $5. And I like your hair straight. Boom.
Boom.
Just like that. The saddest $25 ever. Haley responds, "Was that hard for you? Be honest." She responds specifically to the compliment about her shirt, about the frayed lacy look. She says, "You should have seen me in the last time I wore this shirt. This shit was tight on me." Crazy. He does not care. He's just like, cough it up.
Bro,
he literally
what
says,
the
cough it up.
Wow.
You know, just you look good would have sufficed. Why the hell are you driving 72 miles tonight? She's asking him because he's like talking about how he has to drive. And he's like, "You said 5, okay? Bro, because I have to go to this dumb youth camp at North High and then go to Anthem to sleep before I leave for tomorrow morning." Sleepover in Anthem? Don't forget to come get me. Just kidding. That is where I will be. Maybe. She sends him $25 Apple Pay with the reason compliments.
Oh my goodness.
And she says, "The concert won't end until like 11ish. I would feel bad making you come get me." "Yeah, I'll be asleep." Okay, well, see you never. I was gonna make you drive to get me drunky snacks."
Drunky snacks?
A photo of like 2 Twisted Tea cans, so I guess they're alcoholic beverages.
Ugh.
And she talks to him about going to Anthem so that she can eat Alex. And she texts him later, "Come pick me up. I'm literally pulling up to my grandma's." "Well, Tandra Outlets, I want to hang." And he says, "I'm overly far."
Overly far?
What is there to do in Anthem? "Nah, you got to go to sleep." And he's like talking about where he's got to drive to next. And so she's like, "So there's nothing we can do about it tonight." And he's like, "I mean, I guess you could Uber here." And she's like, "Anthem ain't too far. I'll let you in. To your grandpa's? And then in the morning you can drive my car home." "What can I do at your grandpa's for real? I'm capable of driving, not gonna lie. Then my car is stuck out here." And then in reference to like, what is she gonna do at grandpa's? He's like, "LOL, eat me. I don't know." Well, yeah, duh. But like, what about your grandpa? He's almost 70. He'll be asleep. Okay, but like, be so realistic right now. Is me pulling up weird? And
why are you asking this question? Yes, it's weird. All of this is weird.
By the time I get to you, it'll be late. But like, I want to. And she complains nonstop in these messages about being a so-called sugar mama, aka a predator. But when Alex says he's going to be less available, Haley responds, "No, like, I know you have stuff to do and people to see, but don't forget about your sugar mama." Over the span of 3 months, June, July, and August of last year, she sent him $630.
Fuck.
And one of the transactions, Haley writes into the transaction that this money exchange feels like straight prostitution. And netizens are just commenting about this compliment chat thread. It's gone viral. Some people are saying he's funny, not gonna lie. This is so sad for her. He definitely ChatGPT'd the compliments. Like, why is he kind of iconic? And then some people are saying, none of this is remotely funny, by the way.
Exactly, bro.
Others are just saying, if I were her, I would never show my face in public again. It's gotten to the point where netizens are wondering whether or not Haley Beck has some sort of humiliation interest, which is nothing that would be wrong with that if it was between 2 consenting adult individuals and not a teacher and a student. But it's the messages are just so humiliating for Haley Beck that netizens have started wondering if that's something she's into. other text messages between Alex and another male student have been included in this police report, which I know why the police included it, because it's very evident that there was sexual interactions, aka crime, that occurred between Alex and Haley Beck. And Alex has told another student about it. But I also think it's included because fuck you, Haley Beck. Fuck you, Haley Beck, okay? Alex's friend asks him, how is it having your teacher eat the dick?
Bro, why are they
Easy,
talking like
laid
this?
there. Then she was like sweating on me and shit. Her belly was smacking my belly. And the friend responds, fat bitch.
Oh my
Alex
gosh.
responds back, fat ass bitch. And then I had to get up and she was like, me like this. And she just wanted to lay there. So I crushed it for like 2 minutes and then came all over her face. And then
Bro, I feel this feels illegal, like hearing this shit, bro. Sometimes I be forgetting how teenagers talk. This shit just like, whoa. Maybe I am an old man, because what the fuck? Niggas need to wash their mouths out with some soap. This shit is rude.
And booted her and went to sleep. That was a crazy sight to see. Whole face covered in my kids. Literally, she said she couldn't see because it got in her eyes. I started giggling.
bro.
I will say these are not appropriate ways to talk about any sort of interactions.
Exactly.
But that's not really the crime here.
Exactly, too.
One student told officers that she once heard Alex straight up call Haley Beck fat, and she could just tell Haley Beck liked it based on her reaction.
What?
Yeah. There was like a small snippet in the police report, and it just seems like she's just weird. What? She also has a really, really, really alarming obsession with Alex's age-appropriate girlfriend. She texts him that she was going to ask Alex to come over to her place again sometime, but, quote, unless you found others to do that stuff for you now, apparently. I knew it was going to happen, to be honest. Like, you chose to be the nice guy. There's no compromise in breakups, but somehow she's still going to do the same shit. Like, do it now when you have the opportunity to be the one that didn't do anything wrong, or else the cycle will just keep going. But your life, do you. I just feel like you were so ready to be done.
There's a lot of messages.
She's encouraging him to break up with his age-appropriate girlfriend over and over again. And then she messages things like, hopefully you still enjoy me sucking your dick, so let me know when you want that. To which he laughs at the message and responds, got it. I feel like the things are going to change between us when the school year starts again.
Bro.
In another text thread, Haley texts, I need approximately a 1-day break from essing your D. My throat is not well.
Bro, this is this is a lot of messages. It just keeps going and going and going.
He says, you can have until Monday. Now, I can go as early as Saturday. I'm a champ. Gotta get it out of my system before you leave for Cali. In another thread, she says, night, night. Hit me tomorrow for brekkie, lunch, dinner, movie, a suck, you name it. I'm a free bird tomorrow.
Fool.
And like these messages are so bad. Some netizens are commenting that she was victimized by the victim, which I don't think is true. I hope that that's a very dark joke based off the text messages. Others are saying he tried so hard not to be a victim, but he still was a victim because of the power imbalance. But at least he wasn't a pushover. Others are commenting, why is she so down bad for a child?
No, for
A
real,
more
bro.
thorough netizen comments, there is something deeply, deeply wrong with every text exchange. I mean, it's baffling, so disturbing. It's just another added layer of creepiness that she was subjecting a teenager to her humiliation kink. The kid wanted nothing to do with her, but she was grooming him and sending him money to try and keep preying on him. It's detestable. Another writes, wait, this is so disturbing. And why did she risk her entire career and reputation for a child who was telling her that she's busted and chopped? Like, hello? This is so fucking weird. Now that we've gone through all the text messages, and they're really bad, however, there are other things uncovered in the investigation that are equally disturbing in my
Bro, it just keeps going. I thought we were done.
humble opinion. And I think the crazy thing is she's a predator, she's a groomer, but she also has the capacity to be so fucking dumb on top of all of that. She's just so dumb. She's doing AI conversations. She's using AI for this shit. If someone turned 18 on insert Alex's birthday, what year were they born in? Someone comments, okay, can we talk about the fact that how she didn't know how to subtract 18 from the current year? It's so dumb.
Wait, what is...
How does she become a teacher? Like, how... What...
this like his her Chat GPT search record
that is only relevant to the crimes, obviously. But it was Alex's birthday that she had put in. I mean, I think the annoying part about how dumb she is, I'm not saying this, we need to feel bad for her because she's mentally stunted as a teenager. I don't think that matters at all. It should only make people more upset that the school didn't catch on earlier to what was going on, because she's not very bright to cover it up in this very meticulous, expertly crafted manner. She's just dumb. She's bozo. Remember the alleged circulating oral sex video that Haley insists to the police officers is not real, does not exist? God, no. 100% no. Haley texts Alex about this video that definitely doesn't exist at all, and she says, "Hi, sorry, I have a serious question / problem." What's up? Why did Redacted just randomly text me saying she heard some crazy stuff about me? And so I said, what? And she said, Redacted apparently said you were going through your phone pics and showed a video of me sucking your dick. I don't know when or to who, but like, why is that a thing? Who is Redacted? Redacted's girlfriend. I don't know. That's a pretty crazy, wild rumor. I mean, scary thing is, it's not a rumor.
Oh, gosh.
Says who? Sounds like a rumor to me. Well, it's not a rumor that you have a video of me, if not multiple, but like, I'd hope you weren't dumb enough to show your guy friends or like even tell them. No.
Nah.
Like, I'm not gonna be mad, but clearly he knows about all this shit we do, and that is more than I wanted him to know in the first place. But as long as no one else knows, like, all I've ever cared is if you're honest about that part.
Bro, as long as no one else knows, millions of people know now. Like, tens of millions of people know.
So this video definitely exists somewhere.
Okay, so at that point, she's aware that he has this video. Is there any moment of her expressing fear or concern of, I'm going to go to jail for this?
No, all her fear and concern is about him becoming distant and acting standoffish with her and moving to California.
You think the thought never came across her mind?
I think she genuinely thought she would be able to get away with it. Like what I said earlier is like, there are female predators out there, but you don't really hear much about them. So
I think so. Even this text message thread where she's like, why is this a thing? It almost feels like she doesn't mind that much if other guys saw it.
Interesting.
Yeah. And again, just some people, based off of the very limited text messages that we have in this police file,
this ain't
and the
limited.
interactions between Alex and Haley.
This is a little bit more than limited, bro. I feel like we just read a lot more than we should. My gosh.
I feel like Haley is just obsessed with this one child. Maybe it's a one-child grooming incident. There is no such thing as a one-time groomer. In another series of messages, Haley asks Alex if Alex's roommate, quote, want in on the action too?
Oh.
I'm kidding.
This ain't funny.
Wow, you really are just a bucket. Like, you would dead do that too, I feel like. You're insane. A bucket? Bro, he could very well be a minor, and I would never do this for a stranger.
Wait. What?
He called her a bucket.
Like a cum bucket?
Like a rag.
And she say, what about a minor?
He could very well be a minor, referring to his roommate and saying, I would never do this for a stranger. But I just, for some reason, I don't feel like she was kidding when she
obviously wasn't kidding.
Yeah.
During the execution of the search warrant in Haley Beck's apartment, police come across a few things first. The police report reads, in the laundry area inside a blue folder on the shelf, I found a handwritten note listing Haley's usernames and passwords for several accounts, including her social media profiles. This note was photographed and not collected. Okay. They move into the bedroom where they find a green notebook on her bedroom floor and what appears to be a page ripped out of it, and that page is now sitting in the kitchen trash can. This page is a handwritten letter written by none other than Haley Beck herself for her student Alex. The letter reads, and this is slightly condensed but not really much at all. It's a very long letter, so I apologize in advance for how uncomfortable it's going to make you, but this is the letter that she wrote and was going to give to Alex before he goes to San Diego to transfer high schools.
But why did she trash it?
I don't know.
Did she write it and then type it out? Did she like rewritten? This is a draft?
Yeah, maybe it's a draft. She says, Alex, your pop's gonna think this is cheesy as hell, but you know I'm a words girly. I know, you aren't dying. Plus, you're literally just a text away, but I had little notes from people when I was studying abroad, and I would just read them whenever I was feeling a little lonely. Obviously, with you being away from your closest people, you may feel that way at some point, so read this if you do. I'm really proud of you for choosing yourself in this situation, even though I know it was tough. It's kind of crazy to look back, plus realize in my 2 years of knowing you, our relationship has changed so much. I'm really glad I had the opportunity to teach your sophomore year, because without that, we would have never really been chill with each other. I know there's some random times and days where you decide to hate me, but that's okay, because I know at the end of the day, we're solid most of the time. I genuinely feel like you're a brother, weird, maybe like a cousin or like a stepbro. Plus, I truly never thought I would be in this situation with you, but
I don't like that stepbro shit, not in this context.
I'm glad to have you as someone who I will think will be in my life for a while. Even if we don't talk all the time or even at all when you're in college, I feel like our little bond will always be there. So just hit me when you want to go get wasted at a bar together, and I'll...
Y'all ever like look at something and like try to like pay attention to what's going on, and then like your vision just gets like kind of like foggy? Or is that just me? There's a lot of words on this page, bro. This is a lot of words.
Send you my wedding invite one day. I know you're nostalgic AF, so I hope you look back at our time as a good one. And no, this isn't like me saying goodbye, but I know things will be different. But don't forget our first pickleball hangout, plus how you wouldn't get out of my car for like 3 hours, or our Sonic run after your state game, or all the random times you, quote, fell asleep on my couch just waiting for me to invite you into my room, LOL.
Ew.
Ooh, or our go-kart experience, plus our word games at Shake Shack. You know, for, quote, this relationship being extremely wrong, I feel like we have really made the most out of it. I'm glad I got to come to your tattoo appointments, even if you just wanted me to bring you food. All of our car hangouts were fun too, for eating, plus other stuff, LOL. Or our night adventure in Cali. Like, there is truly no other student, I know, so wrong, that I'd want to do this all with. Don't let this all get to your head though. But I'm glad you're in my life. I mean, we've been to my parents' house, in their closet, ... Insane. I feel like you've just opened up about a lot of things. I won't lie.
There's
I would always look
more!
forward to when you would come over. Not even to do anything, but just...
Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. Why? Girl, come on, bro.
Like hang. I feel like I got good at being by myself, but even with you, it was just still easy. Whether it was to talk, watch movies, make pizza, or do other stuff, I'm glad we have those memories. And lastly, it kind of hit me that it'll be weird not seeing you during Storm the Halls, which is like a football thing.
Okay.
Plus, even weirder not seeing you on the field. I'm sure you knew this, but you're the reason I went to all the games I could. Before I knew you, I'd go to like a few games this season, but last season I wanted to go to as many as I could. Plus, I'm glad I did, because those were the last ones that I'd be out for you. I'm not going to be the same, but I'm happy knowing you're happy where you're at, and I'm proud of you to all that you've done and all you'll continue to do. And this is just the beginning. Even though you will go to your grave saying we aren't peers, I'm glad to have you as a friend. Like, bro, you're the first person that got me to smoke weed. You're always going to have that title, so we're locked for real. And maybe one day we'll be able to go to the aquarium. I'm here whenever, even though you never say it back. I love you, and I wish you all the best. Always love, HB. It is indeed a horrible day to be able to read. One netizen comments, good God, the level of desperation is making my skin crawl. This kid didn't even want anything to do with her. Another comment reads, I'm going to rant for a second because everything about this case makes me so mad. Haley is so desperate and pathetic for this, chasing after a teenager when you're in your late 20s, not picking up the hints that he only wants you for sex, and probably doesn't even want that either. Okay, that's me saying that, but getting jealous at another grown-ass woman for going after your man, aka a teenager that you groomed. Buying him weed, food, inflating his grades, going on public lunch dates where people from his school saw him, letting him drive your car, writing a love letter, admitting everything you've done, and keeping it in your apartment for everyone to find. How the fuck did she think this was gonna end?
Bro, she probably just did not think she was gonna get caught. Or people were just going to just, like, not give much of a damn. Because, like, there's, like, literally, to me, and please, what do you guys think? I'm sure there's going to be some conversation about this. But to me, this sounds like someone who doesn't even care if they get caught, because they can't even fathom the weight and the degree of fucked up this is, or fathom the degree of reprimandation and consequences for this. Somebody like this, to me, doing stuff like this, it speaks to they either don't give a damn about the consequences, or they don't even think, they say, oh, I know it's bad. But just because you say I know it's bad, it puts you in a position, it's like, yeah, you know that's bad. You know what you're doing is wrong. But they don't think that the consequences are going to be so crazy. That's what this sounds like to me. Because what the fuck?
Others point out the fact that, quote, she's casually texting him about his other abuser and showing signs of jealousy. Like, that's disgusting. Aside from the text messages and this letter, authorities have found other things in Haley's phone. In her notes app, she had dedicated pages. Like, you know when you're fighting with someone, like your partner, or you're arguing with your sister, and you're like, I gotta craft out the best message first before she sees my ... right? So you like do it in your notes app. She's doing that, and she's clearly very hung up on her victim having a girlfriend that's age appropriate, because she's writing in her notes, like, why are you calling her an ex? For research purposes? Why are you mad at her for cheating, but you can cheat? Then another one, like, that's why I'm confused why you even keep her around when you get everything you need from me. Then another long one reads,
oh, jump scare.
Okay,
Damn.
I don't care if you get annoyed at this being long, because whenever I bring this up in person or on the phone, you hang up on me and walk away. She states that the least Alex can do for her is learn how to communicate. And she says, I've only texted these last couple of days because I feel like you're weird towards me and I've wanted to figure out why and fix it. If you want this to be the last time I waste words on you, but I feel like you can at least try to understand how I feel. She starts listing out all the things that she's done for him, like literal crimes. And then she writes, not only do I buy you stuff, I personally deliver it to your house. I've bought you stuff to your tattoo appointments, driven you to haircuts, DoorDash food to my classroom for you, bought you hotels, let you drive my car multiple times, done hours of your homework, even started doing stuff for your friend. Literally, whenever you need, I'm there. I've never act put out by any of that. But I have wondered if that's the only reason you keep me around. I like to think it's not, because you will randomly say things to make me feel like you actually enjoy hanging out with me. I figured you get literally all the perks of a relationship without being pressured to even be in one, obviously. Like, she genuinely thinks that she's getting the short end of this crime. But I think you forget naturally that I have feelings and I get hurt by you sometimes. I hate feeling like I'm being used by you. I hate the fact that if I have to ask something of you, you get annoyed. I hardly ever get mad or annoyed at you, even though there's been plenty reason for me to. When I ask to hang, I'm being annoying.
You know what you can do? Just stop abusing this boy. Like, what the
I feel
fuck?
like I know you.
Or stop abusing this young man. Like, bro, like, what the fuck?
Value and appreciate me, but I also feel like you think it's easy to take advantage of my kindness towards you. And trust me, I know I get a little attached sometimes, but I figured it benefits you always, and there's literally no strings attached, so I don't know how it could ever be an annoyance to you. I'm sorry if I overstep when asking about Taylor, but to be honest, before we were ever anything, you tell me all about your other girl stuff, so I just assumed that you continued telling me about it, but it's fine. I figured with our situation, overstepping doesn't really exist, and that's something I feel like you should value. Like
I'm just thinking, because now I got all the anger out, all the rants. I'm just thinking, what is she doing when she's typing this shit out? Like, you know how like somebody's in a certain type of environment, like, what is happening around her? Is she just like sitting here just doing this shit just in her room? Like, this is so, I ain't got no more words, bro.
Fact that you can tell me things and I'd never judge. I truly just want you to be happy, and the last thing I want to feel by this situation is stressed. If you think our time or whatever this is done, fine. But with the school year coming up, I understand things will change, but I still think that we can maintain a, quote, friendship if that's what you want.
No.
And she says, but if you want to continue any type of relationship, it would be nice to know if I'm being kept in on the loop about stuff. The most alarming part about this last note on her phone is this is after Alex tells Haley Beck that investigators are looking into Haley Beck and probably, the whole situation. This is after he's like, the cops were banging on my door at 6 a.m.
Oh my
And
gosh.
she's drafting up this note in her notes app.
What is going on?
Yeah. There's no way she actually gave a fuck about being caught. Like, it just seems like she thinks like, oh, I'm gonna be fine. It's cool. I can get away with something like this. I'm not saying me. I'm saying like what she probably is thinking. Cause like, she became a teacher. I don't think she is like incompetent like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because no,
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You got the husband cursing.
He starts pulling away because I think that he has genuine fear. I don't think that he realizes that he's a victim in this situation. And I think that is something that will be probably difficult later on. And that's why trauma is so difficult, because sometimes it doesn't hit you at the same time. And sometimes it's years later. But he doesn't realize he's a victim in this situation. And he's actually seemingly very scared of losing his scholarship and his career. So he starts pulling away because he's terrified for his future. And she is writing things like, your sudden decision to leave today kind of made me a little nervous. The last thing I want to do is like overwhelm you and stress you out, because I'm sure like your day and yesterday has been hard enough for you, but like, can you talk to me on here? Like, you're in Cali and this is over Snap. I'm not like dumb to the situation right now, but I feel like my mind has been stressing just because you're not really talking to me about this stuff. Talk to me when you can. I know you're busy, but just like fill me in to ease my mind, please.
So you're saying Haley Beck is still at home right now?
Yeah.
Huh.
And he texts her, he Snapchats her after. You're being an idiot. Like, there isn't an investigation going on in front of your face. To which she goes on a whole Snapchat spiral stating that she believes the investigation is just into Angela Berlacca and not herself. And she's like, bro, for videos of Angela Berlacca, like, because other kids told you're on your way to Cali and this is over Snap, like, tell me if it's about something else, please.
Wait, what?
She's like, no, it's just about Angela Berlacca because the other kids told about the videos and you're already on your way to California. Like, you're already gone. You're not my student anymore. And this is over Snapchat. It's not text message. And then she's like, tell me if it's something else, please. AKA, like, if you're pulling away because of something else.
Whoa.
And then she's like, what's the name of your school? What's the name of the new school?
Oh, he didn't even tell her that.
No shit.
What? Oh my God, he's trying to run away.
Yeah. And she just keeps going. She's sending portions of other things in the notes, and like, the police are investigating. She doesn't even care. She goes on to Snapchat another 17-year-old boy at the school. Haley tries to become some sort of D-grade undercover agent, and she sends him audio messages that we have text versions of, okay? And she's sending, I want to know, like, how, like, they found out about it. First of all, that amount of filler words in a teacher is insane, okay? But that's fine.
Stephanie, I know you lying. You've been reading these text messages and it's been bullshit this whole time, and now you talking about filler words? What?
Another day.
Man, what?
I don't know. I actually have no clue. I was just as confused, to be honest. Like, did someone turn it in? Like, obviously, like, I mean, maybe a parent, but like, Alex's parents surely didn't, like, that's not something.
Yeah, seeing this text out, like all these likes, and as somebody who be saying like a lot, ooh, I don't like that. Ooh.
They would do or care about, honestly.
Is she publicly talking about her crime? Like, asking how was...
No, she's asking about Angela Berlacca.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what started the investigation.
I see.
So she's like, I don't think Alex's parents would have turned Angela Berlacca in. I know. Definitely not. I don't know, because Miss Berlacca has a husband. Haley says that it's very odd that Alex abruptly left for California. So he was already going to go to San Diego, but his whole family all but like fled the state.
Oh, fuck.
It might be, I guess. That is weird, to be honest, not gonna lie. And then Haley starts second guessing, saying things like, he's just like the receiver of that. Like, I don't know. I think, yeah. Like, I feel like he's dipping away from that kind of like abruptly, kind of sus if he just received them. I don't know. Yeah, no, that's actually like smart, to be honest. No, I think you're actually onto something. No, he's definitely been like set on the California thing. But he's making it seem like he was gonna be home this weekend. Then everything happened and just like, okay, I'm out. The students mention that the cops are at Alex's house, and Haley responds, did he talk to the cops? Like, what happened? What did he say? Spill. I have no clue. I just know the cops were at his, actually. He didn't tell me, but he told me the cops are at his house. That's weird. Like, I mean, maybe they try to get a hold of him and they're just like trying to get him for questioning if she's got an open investigation. Maybe they're just trying to like, I don't know. I don't know either, but like, I don't know. It's crazy as fuck. And then there's this moment where it seems like she is trying to get information whether Alex did something with Angela Berlacca physically and became a bigger victim of Angela Berlacca's as well, but in a way that's obviously not
what she care about.
Yeah, she's like, I mean, I hope you didn't do anything wrong. Like, I feel like if that were the case of just like, hey, we know that this person sent you this stuff, like, can you confirm? Like, and just like questioning it, I feel like that wouldn't be a problem to him unless he did anything.
Whoa.
Did she ever send stuff to you? Like, I remember you saying like, I'm not gonna say anything, like, I swear, but like, be so honest, because like, because
Is it still voicemail?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And they typed it, with every word. Because like I remember saying that you had stuff from another teacher, and I remember trying to guess. Just be honest. No, she didn't. Side note, Haley starts talking to her student about her voice. Also, can we like listen to my voice right now for 2 days of teaching for 7 hours straight? I think by the end of the semester, I'm gonna lose my voice at least 3 times, especially soccer season. My throat hurts, my head hurts. Nobody cares.
Yeah,
she also admits to this student that she knew that Alex received things from Angelo Berlacca. And she states, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I knew the stuff that she sent to Alex. He told me this at the end of like last semester, and that he just like had the videos or whatever. Like I never told a soul because like someone's a couple lives you're messing with. So I never said anything. But as far as I know from what he was saying, it was just him receiving them kind of thing and not doing anything about it. So I don't know why he's the main one. So she's again, why is he being the main one not investigated, but being brought in as a witness if there was no physical contact? Mm-hmm. To which the student just responds along the lines of, I don't know, that's crazy. Like, that is crazy. Okay, she's freaky, Miss Berlacca, a freak. She then tries to blame the situation on Alex's ex-girlfriend, Taylor, saying, I don't know if she's still like anti-Alex. I don't even know if they're still together. Who knows? But I don't know if she wanted to do something to get him in trouble. That's like something really evil, though.
As if like all this stuff is not
planting seeds that maybe Taylor reported this to get Alex in trouble. And he just responds, that's crazy evil. And Alex tried to break up with her. And she says, yeah, but they literally left. That's the last time I heard from Alex, was that they were on good terms because of the fact that she was at a party throwing low blows all night, just like a bitch basically. And she went off crying and he followed her. He's like, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to end it like this just because I'm like leaving. Like, you're not going to see me. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry about everything, and falling back on everything.
Okay, like, so he's like knee deep in this like drama and stuff, bro. Like, I don't even like hearing, say like if I'm being like a chaperone or something and I'm just like hearing people talk who are like younger than me, I don't want to be a part of that conversation. One, because it's none of my business, and two, it's just the way that teenage gossip just sounds. It's just like, damn, I was really a teenager talking like this, and now I'm grown up a little bit. I don't want to hear that shit. She is damn near thigh deep into this stuff, talking like them, saying all these other words and shit, and sus. You calling these kids bitch? Like, what?
She needs a high school education. I don't know what she's talking about. And he responds, bro, that's a crazy, crazy bitch. She can switch up like this, bro. I also felt, I don't know, like it's handled through police and not even through school. So unless she went straight to the police, then Haley goes on to state that Berlacca is so weird, even though she's literally doing the same thing. She starts telling this 17-year-old student, again, I'm not saying this to like rationalize it at all, but like I'm in my 20s. Single with no kids. Again, that does not make it okay for me to be freaky if I was gonna do that. Even just to you, keep this in mind.
What?
Just like, I don't know. That's why I'm so weird about it for so many different reasons, obviously. But yeah, that's why she's interesting. Saying Angela Berlacca is interesting for going after students, for being a predator because she's married and has children and is 47. Mm-hmm. There's no difference. And then Haley just starts flirting with this child. It's like she's moving on to her next victim instantly, if he's not already a victim.
Fool, she needs to be stopped. Somebody stop her. If she should have been stopped. Is she just going to keep moving on to the next one? How many of them are there?
Because the further conversations become more alarming. He starts saying that he's a really sentimental person that keeps to himself and nobody really gets to know the real him, and that he hates when people do bad things. It really bothers him to his core. To which Haley responds, so you're saying that I'm safe with you because you're a sentimental person? You don't want to do bad things to a good person like me? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, literally. Oh. No, but maybe I was thinking that like maybe Berlacca's husband found out.
Does she think this shit a game? Like, what?
Yeah, dude, like, I don't know. That would be crazy for him to, like, turn her in like that. I don't know. I asked my little cop guy friend.
Cop guy friend?
Could be her boyfriend. I don't know. And he hasn't responded yet because he's sleeping, so I'll see what he says. Then there are parts that indicate that Haley might have already victimized him as well, and she messages him, "Why do you care about the other girls in the class when you have me in there? Duh."
Bro.
Oh yeah, forgot. My fault, sorry. LOL, I'm kidding, kind of.
No, you ain't.
No, like, you won't even, like, care about the other girls in there because I'm so chill. Yeah, like, just won't be able to take my eyes off of you. It's gonna be so hard. I'm just gonna be so focused in that class. Right? Like, right? I'm glad you can prepare yourself. Yeah, hopefully you can stay focused, but don't get distracted either, you know. Just make sure you want to talk to me the entire class, not actually do work, but hoping to keep your good student standards in my class.
Oh, hell
also,
no.
like, you can't get, like, jealous when I show other people attention because that's, like, my job.
Wow. This is all after the investigation started.
Yeah.
Does she think this is like a fucking smut novel or something? Like, this is some type of like fantasy that's in one of them books? Cause
And he says, it's gonna be so hard for me to do that. I just can't see you talk to another guy like, oh my God. No, I've actually heard that from somebody before. Actually, a couple of people, like, I'm being dead serious. When I was talking to other guys, students in particular, they got a little jealous apparently.
When is this gonna hit her? Like,
I don't think it is
ever going to be like, oh shit.
I don't
think so.
I genuinely don't know.
I don't think so. I
think because of how humiliating the messages between Haley and Alex have been, some netizens don't think that she's on par with other groomers, but these messages make me feel like she's very much into children. She's already talking to another child, grooming another child. And there are other random pertinent messages that Haley has sent out to children where I think that it's clear she is aggressive and she is in the position of power and she knows it. There's one message where she's highly manipulative and she writes, like, I'm gonna actually be late to work one day and everyone is going to be like, where's Miss Beck? She's just sleeping in. No, it'll be because I killed myself because of you, so watch yourself.
Yo, somebody stop her. Please, somebody stop her. This has gone way too far. It's already too far. Like, what?
To who?
Alex.
Oh.
Another one she sends to Alex reads, "You come to our game," so the varsity soccer team that she coaches, "and I'll excuse you from absent work." Another one without context, it's a little confusing, but it appears that perhaps the guys had some sort of rating scale for some students, maybe teachers. But she writes, "You're going to say, I'll give you 2 check marks. Shut up. Like, you're going to say Redacted has a big personality and a big butt. Can I at least have those?"
She begging for...
Then there's some aggressive ones where Alex is telling Haley, like, "This is why I don't have you on Snap. Access that you should not have." She says, "Oh, Snap is where you draw the line on access? You have access to me literally in every other way. Shut the fuck up. You sent me this.
Girl.
Because you're whack and lame. Like, what am I supposed to do about this right now?" And the worst part of all of this is that she doesn't try to hide anything. Another student says that she was briefly using Miss Beck's phone for something, and Miss Beck's phone lights up with a notification that she just got a Snapchat from Alex. And she asks her, "Why are you Snapchatting Alex?" To which Haley Beck starts getting very defensive, telling her to not say that out loud. Clearly, she knows what she's doing is wrong, and she continues to do it repeatedly, which is sick behavior. The police report reads about interviewing Haley. The officer asks her about her relationship with Redacted Alex, and she states, "We got close as peers," and then immediately corrects to not as peers, but as teacher and student. But the police report has been telling, it seems like this has been an open secret for a while at the school. During one interview, one of the students comes in with his parents. There was a fight broken out, a verbal fight between the father and son in the police station, with the dad being upset that the son didn't tell him anything, that he was talking back. This is tearing apart a lot of families, I mean, to put it lightly. We still don't know how many victims there are of Angela Berlacca and Haley Beck, but one netizen comments, this school 1,000% knew about it. Multiple kids, their mothers knew about this. There's literally no way this school has not massively swept up everything under the rug.
They don't care. Like, they don't care.
Speaking of, according to police reports, Alex's parents also knew about this.
What?
Huh?
Alex's mom stated that, she found out about Haley Beck and Alex having sex, being assaulted, but okay. It reads, "A few months prior, Alex's mom had sent text messages on Alex's phone from Haley. The content of the messages were flirty. She asked Alex about the messages, and he disclosed he was having sex with Haley. One part of the police report reads,
"So what happened when the parents what the fuck is going on?"
Mom was asked about how she knew Redacted and Haley were having sex. She said he told her, quote, "She loves my dick."
To your mom?
Said she knows Redacted talks like that, referring to sex. Mom confronted Redacted about having sex with the teacher, but Redacted wasn't upset by it. Mom told Redacted to end the relationship with Haley, which according to Mom, he did. Mom said he ended their relationship a few months prior to this interview. When asked when the relationship started, Mom said Redacted told her they started having sex when he had just turned 17.
And she didn't do anything else?
No. And they are no longer cooperating with the investigation.
The families.
Yeah. I think
Bro,
the
these people
parents
are
failed
sick.
Alex as well. I can
Yes.
see why Alex would not want to cooperate because he's scared for his reputation, his career, his future, his scholarship. It's just shitty to see that everyone has repeatedly failed him, including school administrators, other teachers. And right now, the police and the DA's office, if they're not pressing charges. Once the investigation starts, Alex's family all but flee to San Diego to transfer schools. And there's this whole other conversation
What the fuck
with
is that?
Noah Beck being dragged
Oh.
into this.
Oh shit, sorry. I forgot. Damn.
People have stated that the police report mentions that Noah Beck offered victims' families hush money. I do want to clarify, there is a segment in the police report, but this is all hearsay. So
Okay.
It reads that the football coach stated to officers that he had a conversation with a parent, and a comment was made about Haley Beck's brother and some sort of hush money. He did not give specific details regarding the allegations. Nobody followed up with the dad to make sure the hush money allegation is true, that it
Bro,
was
this is
offered,
sick.
like nothing. We don't know if Noah Beck had any sort of involvement. It could have been Haley Beck's parents who received money from Noah Beck and was using it. Like, there could be so many ways that Noah Beck is involved or completely is unrelated, not involved at all whatsoever. There's no solid proof. There are a lot of people running online with this just because it is in a police document. They're like, oh, then it must be true. But there has been no confirmation.
Okay.
And Noah Beck hasn't said anything?
No. Which makes sense. I mean, I wouldn't expect
Shit,
him to
mad
say
embarrassing,
anything.
bro.
Truly, if it weren't for this tiny little hearsay hush money thing, there's no involvement. He's not even living in the state. Some people think that TikTok meant that he knew about it. There's been so much going on with that too. So the TikTok
Oh
where
my
he's like,
gosh.
oh, suspect's best friends are her students.
Suspect's best friends are students.
They're nice to me.
Some people believe that that's him knowing about it. But I'm not
Nah,
sure, because if he
I don't
knew
think
that she
so.
was committing crimes, I don't know if he would put it out there so blatantly on the internet, because that is his sister after all.
That, and also, if he did know, he probably doesn't give a fuck. Like I've been saying, bro, when the roles are reversed like that, people don't give a fuck like they should. And it's obviously prevalent. And we're seeing it unfold right now. We're I don't know what's finna happen towards this. I guess when the case does whatever and she gets put in jail, then we gonna actually see. But if it's as up in the air as it is right here, and we just got all this evidence right here, this right here is going to show you how much of a fuck everybody gives. For real. Like, yo, this is sick.
And evidently it will impact his reputation if something happens there. So I'm not sure if that's the case, or if he genuinely, it's a hee ha ha joke that everyone makes, but it's genuine and it turned out to be a thing.
And also, who's to say that Haley, like, I'm thinking that she thinks this shit is okay. Or okay enough to just be out in the open with it. You know what I'm saying? Aside from the part where they say, don't say that out loud. But it's like, we just saw like footage of her like with this guy. Like, who's to say she didn't like slip up and say something? You know what I'm saying?
It could be that. Other people have been digging up other odd TikToks between Noah Beck and his mom. You know that trend that was going around a long time ago where it's the song something something I freaked it, and it's usually the guy and a girl's head will pop up and he'll push the girl's head down to make it seem like he did that with his mom, apparently.
Oh
no.
Oh, I didn't. Whoa. I did not know of that. What the fuck?
Oh.
Yeah, so there's been,
Wait, is this real?
Yeah, that is real. It's just odd. Nothing inherently sinister.
Really
just
weird.
kind of gross.
Yeah.
But I will say most people are understanding of the fact. One netizen writes, quote, Noah lives in a different state than her, so he may genuinely not have known before the student reported her. I don't like Noah, but I don't want to blame him for something his sister did unless there's more proof that he did something nefarious. To which someone comments, a parent in the community made a comment to the police about Haley's brother and hush money. It's mentioned in the police report. To which a response is, that's not proof though, that's just a rumor. Another responds, I'm torn about bringing up Noah in this because we don't know his involvement. I've only ever seen the hush money thing mentioned very briefly in the documents, and it doesn't seem like there's anything to back it up. But the victim going to her parents' house, like, how does that even happen? Neither teacher have been formally arrested or charged yet. The police have submitted the charges to the DA's office for both teachers, so it's really in the DA's court now. One student witness told authorities that it's just been very well known that these things were happening. There's also text messages where Haley offers to purchase alcohol for Alex, which is highly illegal. So I guess we'll see what happens from there. And since she hasn't been arrested, Haley has been laying low, at least publicly. There are rumors that she's been reposting TikToks and Pinteresting outfits, and that she made her Pinterest account private after people started talking about the fact that she's Pinteresting right now.
Oh, shit.
But I do know that she was recently spotted at TJ Maxx, and it looks like she has lost a lot of weight, which people have started making jokes about that, saying that she has locked in after reading about what Alex said about her weight to his friends. But one netizen writes, this person just seems really likely to reoffend. She doesn't seem to understand or
She already reoffended. What are we talking about?
care what she's doing is fundamentally wrong. She's aware of the consequences. She's obviously attracted to teenagers. This screams, I will do this again. Just give me a chance. Another comment reads, what's odd is there are more students and another victim that is detailed in the report, but like, you know, the main victim chose not to cooperate with the investigation. The school district clearly has a culture because this is not their first scandal. With one advocate saying, I feel like when a perpetrator is a woman and a victim is a boy, people will make jokes. And it's not funny. It's not an achievement. He's a victim. This is not a relationship they were having. This is rape. One netizen comment reads, the student very obviously was not liking her or anything she was doing and was actively being mean. I hope he heals and is able to live life unaffected by this. And as of right now, that is where we are. What are your thoughts on this situation? It's been going viral on TikTok. I see little snippets here and there, mainly of Haley Beck in her classroom. And I do see some people trying to out the student. That's unhinged behavior. But the messages are a lot worse than I ever thought it would be.
Man.
I mean, there's no way they're getting off from this, right?
I hope not.
This is crazy. This is bad.
It's really bad. I think the biggest concern is a lot of these students and victims don't want to cooperate with the police because they're scared, which I think adds another layer of complexity to it. But
yes, I agree.
Mean, these messages are so, it's pretty evident what happened. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Be safe, and I will see you in the next one.
This video is already long, and if anybody's here towards the end, I honestly, this is some loser behavior, and it's sad, bro. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And the fact that we're tapping into this in the midst of everything, it's just like, fuck, dude. Like, I hope the justice is served. But at the end of the day, the thing that I'm really thinking about is how people just react to it. You know what I'm saying? And I guess the degree of reaction, because these roles are like flipped from what we usually know. And at the end of the day, everybody is failing these kids. Failing them in the ways where they need to be protected, bro. It's fucked up. It's really, really fucked up. And the fact that there are people who genuinely think they can get away with this or be at the point where they don't care, if they're out in the open and all this other stuff, it's like, what does that say about the environment and the culture of what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Because usually some people will try to hide it, but keep it hidden as much as they can. It seems like Haley was just like, literally like, I'm speechless, bro. I don't have no more words. I'd like to know what you guys think. I've said a lot in here, I hope it doesn't come off the wrong way, but for me, man, shit like this just be hitting me in the heart for reasons why I don't really care to say. But we got to protect these children, dude. Like, for real. And also, I'll see y'all tomorrow in the next one.